Hello, my beautiful words of love and light. Welcome to this energy and tarot reading from February 6th to February 12th, I believe. So, there's so much I want to talk to you about today because if you see me, if you've come from Instagram or Facebook, I talk. This past week has been a very mellow week for me. I had maybe one or two clients. And, there was a moment where I was questioning myself. I was like, why? I came from a really full December and January. And then they were like, just trust the process. So I'm like, okay, trust the process. And I needed it. I needed to take time. I needed to recharge. I needed to just be with myself. And that's what's happening right now. Excuse me. We are going through this, I am, but I feel like a lot of you here are aligned with me, and I feel like we're all going through this this moment of realization, and we need to be quiet to step into that awareness. Because if our mind is fully entrenched in the old stories and all the stories around here and the fears and the worries and then we can't just be. And so we need to take the time. And a lot of I've talked to some of my friends or my clients, and they're like, but it's really lonely. I said, yes, that's your mind telling you that you're lonely, because you're not alone. You're filled with lots of spirits and angels and whatever you feel like you have around you. Your higher self is around you, and I know we can't see with these eyes, but they're there. And also it's our mind that continuously tells us that we are lonely, that we're sad, that, right? Because your heart doesn't have emotion. It's your mind that creates these emotions within you. Your mind creates the sadness, the happiness, the whole thing. So when we really step into the fact that your mind is creating every moment, is allowing for all of this is the time to like transcend or whatever. It's like, is that moment that you step in and you're like, yo, the mind cannot, like, it's finding a way to work with your mind. Because, like, as long as we're human, we still have a mind and we still have the ego. It's finding a way how we can work with the mind by it not controlling how we feel or how we think. So it's really stepping into that kind of awareness. But today I want to talk to you a whole bunch of things, because I got a whole bunch of downloads and messages this week. And a few days ago I was scrolling on social because I look for interesting stories to share on my Instagram and Facebook, and I started seeing this common theme, this algorithm that I understand now, that they were showing me all like 80s music and 90s music and 70s and all, like, and oh look, remember these times, remember that music. And I was like, yeah, I remember that time. And you go back into your old time, nostalgic. Then it's like showing me old movies, and it's showing me I don't know if you've seen this on Instagram. There's like this storybook that's going around. It's like this memory book of memories, right? Old photos, and keeping us always in the old story. And I was like, bing, like, what is going on here? It's like, I live in Montreal, Quebec, and our license plate is Je me souviens. I will always remember. So it's always like, even when we're driving, our freaking license plate is always keeping us, I remember what you did to us in the past. It's always like all the oppression. So we're always feeding into this energy. It's like, what are we doing? I mean, that's all set up for us to stay old and never in a new energy, never in a now energy, always in like, oh, I was like this before, and oh my God, that is that kind of energy. And it's okay to live there a little bit, but how can we create the new if we're always there? So I found that very interesting. And then also I noticed on social, on these reels, constant, these, I don't know if you've seen them, these guys that go up to people and they're like, ask them trivia questions. Like, do you know the capital of this? And it's all these trivia questions, right? And you know, it seems harmless, but that's information that we don't need. Again, it's like cluttering, it's like keeping us dense. With even us, we're watching and we're like, oh yeah, I know this. Oh, what is that? Like, and then you start to research and like, oh my God, we don't need to know this information. So algorithms are set that way. Like, how you can do math creatively, like, who cares? Right? So I'm like, wow, man. And we feed into this. It's also like, perfect example, I'm sure all of you follow this. Travel. All these beautiful places. Have you ever been to this place in Italy? Have you been to Sicily? Have you been in Greece? And this showing us constantly, wanting us to always crave for more consumption. I need to go buy this. I need to live like them. Like, always never being happy with how you are and who you are right now. Always seeking better. And it's like, wow, that's social media. I mean, like, let's be real, right? Oh, look at her body. Look at this. Look at her perfect face. Look at, like, oh my God. It's like, wow, man. But you are perfect just the way you are. You are exactly where you need to be. That is this awareness I'm stepping into, because it's like, exactly, like, we're always seeking to better ourselves, seeking to get higher in energy and frequency, but you're where you need to be. And if we just followed and accepted this journey where we are right now, instead of seeking more vibration or seeking more money and seeking, you know, better status and what have you, then we're first of all, you're telling your soul that you're not good enough, right? Again, we're dishonoring the soul. We're also selling ourselves short. We're not giving ourselves credit. We're remaining small and powerless because we're giving our power to someone else, and we're asking for other people to save us when we don't need anybody else, right? Because we are that. And that is like February is all about. February is the month of love in this commercial world. Well, let's make it about love. Let's go into our hearts and like step into that knowing that you are where you need to be. And allow, like this past week, I allowed life to just flow. I didn't, every time I would say, okay, what do I need to do? They're like, nothing. Can you not do anything? I'm like, okay, right? So I was like, okay. And it's fine, and it's amazing. And yeah, I'm still like mellow, but so what? And maybe this whole month will be like that. We're stepping into who we are. We're realizing who we are. So there was a moment this week that I had another aha moment kind of thing. And it was like, my whole life, I don't know if this has happened with you, but you're in friendships or with family members or whatever, what have you, acquaintances you meet along the way. And you have these like really intense friendships, let's say, and then they just end. Or you ghost them, they ghost you, whatever the situation. And you're hurt and you're like, why? And I don't understand. It was such a great friendship. It was such, it's like, it's my mother, it's my father, my sister, my brother, my aunt, blah, 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 whatever. And I realized at that moment, because I remember that's happened to me a lot this in my lifetime, where I'm like, I don't feel the need to continue with this friendship, let's say. And I don't understand what it is. At a human level, I feel like a bad person. And at a soul level, they're like, this where you need it to be. It's like, it's done, it's over, right? Like so it's like I subconsciously knew that I needed to shut down that contract, shut down that programming. Right? But you don't realize when you're in the moment. You know, everyone tells you, oh, you're you're so mean, or oh, you're just like numb and you're not feeling, they come up with a psychological reason for why this happened, or why you walked away, or why you ghosted, or why you did whatever you did. But really, your soul was like, it's enough. What are we doing here? Shut it down. It's time to detach. So I look back now, I'm like, wow. And I still, like, there's moments where I've never lived with regret in my life. So I just move forward. And there's moments, though, that I feel like, okay, maybe I was harsh. But if I went back to that relationship, would I be happy right now? Like, would I be, I'm just going back to that relationship or friendship or whatever because that's what I should do. That's how I should be. Because if I've been friends with you for 20 years, then why are we not friends anymore? Like, come on, it doesn't matter if we don't get along. It doesn't matter if we're not aligned anymore. It doesn't matter if, it's like we do this to ourselves all the time. And I'm like, why? Even with family. I mean, people really take this family thing to heart. As an Italian, I understand that, but it's like, it's far greater than this. It's like, we don't need anyone, really. Everyone was here to teach you, to open a road for you, to open a path for you. And that was it. And you can thank them, but you don't need to spend time with them, or you don't need, like, it's like, if it's an obligation or sort of should or whatever, then you are following the illusion, the box. And that's where I'm at. So I feel like it's like, okay, I'm not going to start to feel bad about my choices, because I was actually trying to end the programming. I was like, it was there, like the programming just became like real to me the past few years, right? Before did I know I was being programmed? No, I'm sure there's a little part of me that knew I was, but I just covered it up, kind of thing, right? So this is where we're stepping in. I feel like this 2023 is this 7-year, is this moving into remembrance, and that's what it is. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I remember that I was, the Grand Master, It doesn't have to be that. It's just subtle remembrances. Like, oh, and now it's time to clear it. Like, we don't have to hold on to these things. We don't have to hold on to attach ourselves to people, places, situations, relationships, because that's the right thing to do. What is the right thing anyways? So that's what I'm learning, and that I feel it very cathartic, and I feel it very like releasing and freeing. Yes, I wanted to talk about this. I had this dream, or was it a dream? I'm not sure, that I was in my blueprint. Like like Inception, the movie Inception, where you could see all the framework of the buildings, of the whatever. But I was that. I was seeing my framework, and I was seeing through the layers. So I don't know if people are seeing that as well. It's just very eye-opening. I felt like a bit caged in and imprisoned in my own blueprint, and I was trying to get out of the layers, kind of thing. So that's something that I wanted to share with you, because maybe some of you are feeling the same way. And that is where we're at, I guess. We're just trying to free ourselves from all these expectations, these false realities, these fears, all of it. Very interesting. Okay. I also got this massive message saying that our everyone's bodies, physical bodies, are going to change up until 2025, but the 2023 and 2024 are going to be massive physical changes happening to your body. So again, I bring it up all the time, because it's my thing, but it's like, accept whatever your body needs to do. Most bodies will need to expand to welcome in the light and the activation. So allow, just be aware of that this might happen to you, and don't be like Sabrina and like berate your body for it, right? Like step into the acceptance of it and like do what you need to do, like eat healthy and whatever, continue walking. Like for me, I'm only getting walking and do pilates and whatever, but nothing strenuous. But that's me. Like everybody else has a different body. Programs are dying. Oh, this is another thing, and that's it. So I was, I'm on social, so I follow a lot of people, and then there was this freaking post that came up, and I was like, hang out with people of your vibe and your frequency, or else. And I was like, yo, man, are you for real? Unfollow. I was like, what is going on here? If you were to hang, like, it's so interesting to me, because it's like, you claim to be a healer, yet you don't wanna. Who do you think you're healing? Like, are we healing people that are aligned with us? No, there are people that are unaligned. People have lower vibration, lower frequencies, and we're trying to help them through this, right? Even if you're healing people that are higher than you, because again, it's like they're higher, lower bullshit. I hate that. It's so like annoying, but it's like, why are we excluding people? We're all in this, or we are the whole. We are all in this together, and we're all here to help each other get to a certain, we don't even know where we're going, right? We're just trying to listen into the soul, and just that's it. So if you feel like this need to reject other people because of their belief systems or whatever, which I did, by the way, but now I'm like, I just can't even imagine why I would have done that, right? So I'm in this place, and I don't obviously judge you if you're there, because I was there too, but it's just it's mind-boggling to me to be in this spiritual community and see this division very clear. Like, you're there and we're here, and I'm like, no, man. That's the way it works, man. So just start listening into yourself, start trusting the soul, and if the soul's telling you to be quiet for a week, then be quiet for a week. And if it's soul, so it tells you to go on a trip, then go on a trip. The more you listen, the easier life gets. The more I can't even explain how I feel. Like, I just feel this like natural ebb and flow of life. So there's a huge heart activations happening in this month of love. So what that means is you might get some hot and cold spells. You might feel like massive headaches, migraines, a lot of aches, body aches, or massive fatigue as well. So just accept. Don't go to that place of darkness where you can go into that. I go into that place of darkness. I actually find comfort in the darkness, but not in a bad way. I don't cry. I'm not feeling bad. I'm not like, I just like it. It's just like quiet. That's okay, right? However you want to move through and navigate through these energies, do it, but always listening here. And try not to listen here too much, right? Listen here with a discernment. All right, this is my message for the week. I wish you well, enjoy, and also I guess I need to pick a winner. Okay, 1 second. All right, so the winner for this week's love reading, but it could be, like I say, love reading, but if you want love, go ahead and give me a question. If you have another question other than love, then feel free to ask me that question as well. Here is the winner. So continue. Tap. Sonia Gaze. Gaze? I don't want to be offensive here. So Sonia Gaze, or Geese. You can reach out to me down below. I have all my coordinates, or on my social, Instagram or Facebook. All right, my beautifuls. So next week, same drill. I also have a lot of openings for February. If you're usually my weekends are full, but reach out to me, and I do Akashic Records reading, tarot readings, I'm doing tableau readings, a whole bunch of different tarots actually, and I'm learning Lenormand as well. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got self-love as your card of the week. So we could see this little inner child of yours coming out, and what is she doing, or he or she doing? Is she seeking advice from you? Is she seeking a forgiveness? What is she like? I feel like some of you, your inner child may have experienced some traumatizing events as a child, or children are pure, playful, creative beings. We come here as powerful beings, and then we're stuck in these dense bodies, and we're like, yo, what's going on? Right? And so I feel like that is coming out from you. Maybe that's also like your inner child is emerging and saying, hey, I don't care about what happened before, like, let's work through this, but it's time to start to play again. It's time to start to be creative again. It's time to stop allowing the external, the adult self of us keep us down and attached. That is that feeling I'm getting right now, actually. So what a beautiful imagery I just got. Okay, let's see what's going on with you this week. I'm gonna open, okay. We have the 5 of Coins as your past energy. The 10 of Swords as your current energy. The King of Pentacles as your challenge. The future is the 4 of Coins, so a lot of pentacle energy showing up right at the top. The root is the 7 of Wands. And, excuse me, here. What's coming is the Fool card. And your advice. You got 2 cards. So, if I look at this whole, the 5 of Coins in the past energy, the 5 of Coins to start with is a poverty mindset. It's always feeling like you don't have enough money to move forward, that you always held on to this, you attach yourself to money, and it almost never it probably has benefited you, but attaching to money is not where we need to be. And I feel like in the past energy, it's showing up here. It's also a feeling of loneliness and despair, which kind of makes sense how you've been feeling. And it's that inner child showing up here, right? This the sailing all alone in the dusk over here. The waves are crashing in. So 5 is all about change. Pentacle energy is about finances, but also security. So a little bit of a wavy time for you financially, or just internally as well. Because when I see your current, we have the 10 of Swords energy, which the 10 is the end of a journey, right? The beginning of something new. The 10 is 1, right? A new beginning. But right now, the 10 of Swords is used still dealing with this grief, this loneliness, this anger, this like pain from that inner child of yours. And the challenge is the King of Pentacles. So it's a Taurus card. It could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but also it's a male card, right? It's the king. If it relates to a female in your life, so be it. It could be someone of a divine masculine energy as well. But to me, the King of Pentacles is a father, a boss, a colleague, a partner, someone who has been stable for most of your life, who has provided for you, who has been faithful, dependable, that loyal, that kind of energy here, but is no longer, maybe had been, but is not now. And now he's almost making you feel, or he or she is almost making you feel useless, anxiety ridden, helpless, alone. But you're not. You need to know that. That's just the mind, right? But here, with this, and I feel like you've always, because he's showing up as a challenge to me, it speaks to me like he has something to do with your mindset when it comes to money, perhaps. When it comes to, maybe he's always made you feel that you couldn't move on without him. It doesn't have to be his fault either. It could be you having given your power away to this energy. You having allowed him to control your life in whatever shape or form it was. It could be a personal relationship, or it could be a work or a school relationship, or whatever it is. I feel here, Aries, that you allowed for that energy. You willingly gave over your energy, your power to this person. I know it sucks to hear, but I gotta tell you the truth. So the Seven of Wands as the root is that you've always lived in this bubble life. You've always taken care of yourself. The Seven of Wands is like, and when I said bubble life, I don't mean like hoo-hoo life. You've always created your own life. You've always lived on your own terms. You've fought for what you wanted. You've laid low for what you didn't feel like it was necessary to attach yourself to. So you've always kind of lived in your own world. But now you find yourself at odds, because I almost feel like it's someone else that has ruled or not navigated, but ruled or controlled a little bit of your finances or your choices. And perhaps that's why your inner child is coming out and saying, I think it's time for change, Aries. We can't keep going back and forth. We can't keep putting our faith in someone else. And it doesn't have to be his fault either, her fault either. It's like, it's on you kind of thing. It's like, why don't you trust yourself? Why don't you love yourself enough to do or why don't you trust your soul? If you trusted it, you don't need anyone else. So that's that feeling that's coming out here. And then the Fool card is saying it's time to make a move. We've seen this energy for you in the past few weeks and months, and coming back again, the Fool is like, why do you keep playing the same story? It keeps coming back, you keep feeling it again, and then you reject it. And you say, no, it's okay. I'm much better. I'm in a better place right now. I know what I'm doing. He or she won't affect me. But the Fool is like, yeah, they will. So let's move. Let's make a move. That doesn't mean that you have to move where you are, but you need to make a change. Your inner child is asking for this change. Let's do this. The inner child is exactly the Fool. Let's get up, go. Why are you in the same place? Why are you in the same situation? Why are you facing the same mirror over and over again? You're not learning. It's time to make a move. It's time for change. Aries, for me, I see change happening. Or else you're going to stay in the same cyclone that you're in right now. because the future card is the Four of Coins. It's interesting because it has this Ouroboros, you know, with the like the snake that goes into the snake, that goes into the snake, because that's an eternal. You know, and there's like, it's like completely always the same, always the same. I almost feel like this is, usually it's a positive, but for me it feels like you're having to make a choice, because if not, you stay in the same. The Four of Coins is stability. It's like a foundation, creating a firm foundation with your money. So what is it that you need to do, Aries? This is maybe a specific for some of you, because some of you need to take your money and perhaps place it in an investment, or use it to take this new step in your life. Stop attaching to money doesn't rule the world, even though they say it does. It does not. It's almost like you're needing to listen. I love this energy, actually. You're needing to go in and listen. What are you getting? What is the message that you're getting, Aries? F all these like, oh, I don't have enough money bullshit. Cancel, clear, delete. It's all like, you need to like, there's this freeing element coming up here with this Ten of Swords. It's like you're done. There's the fish doesn't, there's no place left for him to be stabbed, right? Kind of thing, the other side, but it's like it's over. You've gone through the anxiety, the grief. Excuse me. You know, maybe this is coming up because you haven't talked. You have to express yourself to the people, the right people around you. You're holding things in. You're trying to be the survivor. You're trying to be the strong one. Fuck that. Excuse my language, but why do you have to be this? We are all strong. You don't have to be that. Strength doesn't mean that you stay in a relationship because everyone else tells you to do it. You stay in this situation. You stay in this country because that's what, you know, like, strength is listening and trusting yourself. And people could turn around and say you're weak and whatever. Who cares? Do what your soul is telling you to do, Aries. And your soul right now is telling you to jump. To take that leap. Go for it. If there's something inside you that's telling you to go, do it. Because it's going to bring you into solid ground. You are not on solid ground right now. You are on this ship in this turmoil. You are this fish stabbed in the back, and you're dealing with a very strong, stubborn male or female, but you're a person that is holding on. Taurus, hold on to, even if it doesn't feel right, they're gonna hold on to you until you crack. So it's time to be Aquarius, like the Fool is, and go for it. Take the leap, Aries. I know you're a ram, you like to stay, but you need to go. Wow, what an interesting energy. Again, if this doesn't resonate with you, go check your rising and your moon. I don't want, like, not every single Aries is going through the same situation, but this feels very, the message seems very clear here. Your advice is don't dim to fit in. I like that. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? This is exactly you, Aries, right now. You're dimming your light to stay, to allow this person to take over, to manipulate, to whatever. You're allowing this to happen because you're dimming your freaking light. It's a big N-O for you. Like, stop that. I love it. And then the next piece of advice is Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So Akasha is your library, right? The Akashic Records is the library of your past lives. It's like maybe trying to hire to have a reading with an Akashic Records reader like me, or just do your own work. Go in and try to clear all those old energies, old past lives out of you. So, because sometimes our past lives keep us in these circles, and they keep us like in the tornado. So stop dimming your freaking light, Aries. I don't know who this person is in your life, but right now he's not doing any good for you. He's keeping you down, but we can't be blaming this person, because he's there as a lesson, or she or he is there as a lesson for you. So it's time to wake up to that lesson and to forgive, right? As you forgive, your inner child wants you to forgive everybody around you, and now we need to move forward. But if you keep holding on to this, then this is not happening, right? And then this will remain for you. So I'm saying it as it is, as I see it, because you have that freaking strength to be like this again. So tap into this as a Leo energy. It's your brother energy. Tap into this kind of energy for you. Go back to the fire that's within you. And I don't know, but some of you need to make a change, and it has to be almost a drastic change for everyone else around you. All right, my beautiful Aries. This is what I have for you this week. I think it's a powerful message. I know it's a powerful message for you. Take what resonates, and if it doesn't, just like I said, go check the other signs, or like I always say, take the information and just let it flow right through you. But this is beautiful message. Don't dim to fit in. I love you. I'll see you next week. Also, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a message down below, comment down below, and I'll enter you into the weekly giveaway. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got this amazingly gorgeous, magnificent, spectacular rainbow dragon. Like, it's so beautiful, this energy. The rainbow dragon, full of multicolors, the multi-dimensions that we are, is asking you to step into your truth, to be completely 100% unequivocally honest with yourself, to stop carrying the burdens of everyone else around you and start doing what is true in your heart. And when you do step into that, the rainbow dragon is like, changes will become quick. Like, you'll see things manifest directly right in front of you. This is this rainbow dragon. I want to bring up a story with you guys. I'm a Taurus, if you don't know, but this week I went to see a energy healer in Montreal. I'm actually going to put her Instagram below if you want to go see her. She's phenomenal. And in this healing session, she came out and she's like, Sabrina, there's like a dragon within you wanting to emerge. And I was like, what? And then I got this card. I didn't think anything of it until I did the Instagram. I was like, yo, oh my God. So I am of the knowing that the dragon realm is arising in this earth, and maybe you feel a connection to dragons, maybe you don't. Whatever it is, it's coming up here and it's asking you to step into your awareness. So I'm going to read to you the colors of the dragon, what they mean. The earth is actually the pink and purple of the dragon, is grounding, balance and harmony. Right? The air is the white, which is breath and meditation, clarity of consciousness. The water is the blue, is accessing and freeing emotion, truth and expression. The fire is the red and the orange, finding your passion. And the spirit is the purple, placing you on your life direction, harmonizing yin-yang energies, emergence of one with spiritual law. So anyways, these are all colors that we already know about, most of us, but it's a very interesting, like, it's full, for me, the rainbow just denotes the multidimensionality of who we are, and it's like stepping into who we are, the remembrance of self. For me, this rainbow dragon is the 7-year, and it's coming to you, Taurus. So things are probably rumbling inside you, and let's see what is happening this week for this to happen. So these are your advice cards, which you got 2 of them. In your past energy, we have the moon, which is a Pisces energy. In the current, we have the Knight of Coins, which is Virgo. In the challenge, oh, the challenge is interesting. In the future, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacle, which is you energy. The root is the 5 of Wands. And what's coming is Judgment. So what do we see here? In the past, we have the moon. So it could be a Pisces that is around you. That's important. The moon usually is your emotions, right? It's all about emotions, but it's also of deception and mystery, a secret energy. So there could be someone in your life being secretive around you, not really divulging their what they need to divulge with you, but it could also be you holding back, which is kind of interesting because this rainbow is asking us to be truthful and honest, and maybe you're the one holding back from somebody that's special in your life, or someone that you need to bear all to. The moon energy speaks of releasing your emotions, right? Releasing, like expressing yourself, being at peace with how you express yourself, stepping into your intuition. Could be a lot of things, actually, this moon card. But it could also be in the past energies you, oh, sorry, my nose. Whenever the nose tickles, that means there's something. There's some message coming through. There is this feeling of you moving through your emotions. And the Knight of Coins is this stable energy of like the Knight of Pentacles is this slow moving energy. It's a stability moving into your life, but also it's like he's the knight that is the most calm of them all. He's the one that is like level-headed, thoughtful about the next steps. It could be regarding money and finances. Maybe in the past with the moon you floundered and you were like in a whirlpool of emotions or confusion when it came to money and stuff, because at the root of it is the 5 of Wands. So those 5 of Wands is struggle, always the competition, always striving for the best and always getting brought down again. It's almost like it could be within a relationship, or it could be within a business venture or what have you, but there's a feeling here of mixing emotions with money. And it's a little bit uncomfortable, I have to tell you, actually. There is, maybe it's you and a Virgo or a Pisces and a Leo here, a Capricorn or a Libra and a Scorpio. That's who's represented here, but it doesn't have to be. But there's this feeling here of you struggling with money. And I'm not saying that you're struggling with money like because you have no money right now. I just feel like that's like maybe a common theme in your life, that you've always had a hard time mixing love and money, or relationships with money. You understand? Like there's this uncomfortable relationship with money, which I feel like Taurus has in general, that. So, and it's showing up in the cards. And your challenge is the Four of Swords, which is serenity and calm, and within this relationship, and it's challenged. So there's a little angst and anxiety and stress here. So some of you may be dealing with issues within your relationships, with your family, and when it comes to money. Could be estate money, could be just regular banking stuff, or some of you are in business perhaps, and it's an uncomfortable situation right now. So perhaps that's the truth that's needing to come out for you, is that you're holding on to something and you're not aligned with how with the finances, or you're not aligned with how things are being dealt with. Maybe you feel things are going too quickly and it needs to slow down. But there's a feeling of contradiction, or a feeling of I feel like you're struggling within something, and you're not speaking up. You're not telling this person that I don't like the way you spend money, or I don't like, instead of, you're just allowing things to go, and then it comes back in our faces, kind of thing. Because the what's coming card is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is that before last card to the world. It's the card right before the world, which is the Fool's Journey. And it's that aha moment card, that awakening card, that moment of like, oh my God, why didn't I tell this person about how I felt before? Like, oh my God, I'm not judging myself anymore. I'm not judging these people anymore. I just need to express myself. I need to tell them, yeah, this is like, a lot of you are dealing with some heavy emotions when it comes to money. I'm going to bring up money again because I see money everywhere in the cards. So it's that. It's like maybe you've had a tumultuous relationship with it in the past, with a parent, or with however it is. But that moon is showing me that. And maybe there's been a secret. Money is like, don't talk about money, right? Kind of thing. So every time we grow up in these places where it's like, don't tell me about, like, everything seems so very ominous. Instead, it's just a freaking piece of paper that we think that rules the world, but it doesn't, right? So like that it's like, now we're coming into the awareness, like, why are we dealing with this stupidities, right? Now I need to tell them, this is how I deal, and this is what I don't want, and this is what I want, and and it's now, that is that moment. That is what's coming up for you, and the Judgment is saying, yes, it's time to release yourself of this burden. It's time to release yourself from these stigmas that you have. It's time to release yourself from this attachment you have to it, that you feel like you need it to live, or maybe you feel like it's coming between you and your partner, or whatever it is. It's time to approach it and to lay it on the table, kind of thing. And that's when you get your aha moment. And when you do, your future card is the Queen of Pentacles. It's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy again. And it's like stepping into your own. She's holding the sun in her hand, in her arms. It's this, like, with these beautiful cats, and it's like stepping into your intuition, stepping into your knowing. It's like that nurture of the Queen of Coins energy. It's this like coming, just settling into you, Taurus. That's all I see is you here. I just feel like some of you are trapped in this money game, or trapped in it, and like you can't see a way out, and it's very stressful for you, and it's time to release yourself from it. It's been holding on to you for way too long. Let's just see what the advice is. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Like, so it could be with the finances, it could be with whatever it is. You have a niggle, right? It's a weird word. Like, do you have like has spirit been coming in? Has your soul been coming in and saying, hey, what are you doing? Do you need to do this? Do you need to do that? And you're being like, no, I'm gonna, that's the niggle. And then your other advice is soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Which is kind of beautiful. So we don't have to be alone. We're not alone. We don't have to be alone. This is not a journey to be standing alone. We're not alone anyways, right? Like, all around me is full soul family. So call them in, but you can call in your physical family as well. People are here to help you through this. They'll help you. Call in your dragon. I got a dragon. We got all dragons. Or maybe not. Call in your mermaid, your fairy, whatever it is, to help you through this. Because we're all working as a whole. I feel like this card, this message this week is really you stepping into in your truth when it comes to this week. I see finances, but it could be anything that's happening in your life. It's time to talk and express yourself and tell this person in your life that what is really on your mind, and don't get don't shut down because that other person's like, no, right? So then we shut down and then we go, okay, I'm not going to talk about it. It's like, it's time to release it all, no matter how uncomfortable it might feel for others and for yourself. We're needing to clear, and how else we can clear is to become completely honest. And this card is saying, if you're completely honest with yourself, manifestation will come like this. So it's up to you, Taurus, my Taurus, my bulls, to do something. But you're not alone in this, and I kind of like that energy. All right, this is your message for the week. It's kind of a powerful one. Stop hiding behind something, stop hiding behind the gold shiny thing and start approaching it, because this little gold shiny thing is going to turn into this gold sun thing, and it's time for that to happen. I just had a little message come through. I see the queen and the king here, the queen and the knight here. There could be some of you that are in a relationship with a younger man, if you're a woman. So if you're a younger man, then you're in a relationship with an older woman. Very interesting. But regardless of what that is, be true to you. That's all. All right. I love you, my beautiful Taurus. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. And also like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you leave a message, you're going to be entered into the giveaway that I'm doing every week in February. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got medicine. So we have a galaxy. We have a beautiful eagle. We have this beautiful Native American or indigenous, and this speaks to me of ancestors. This speaks of freedom, right? This speaks of connection to source. So this medicine is coming in, is like that your natural healing abilities are coming online. You are more powerful than you think, Gemini. It's like this, you can lead by example, you can lead others, but in a humble way, as our ancestors did. They didn't go, oh, like, this is what I can do. They just did things, right? This is a message for you to also seek natural remedies, herbs, salt baths, what have you. Like, I feel like some of you are on a healing journey. We're all on a healing journey, but maybe you're awakening into something more. It's really beautiful energy that's coming in. So let's see what's going on. This is your advice. You got 2 cards. I think everybody got 2 cards. But your past energy is the 8 of Cups. leaving something behind. Your present is the Knight of Wands, moving into something. I love it. Your challenge is the King of Wands. Your future is the Knight of Cups, so a lot of people in your life. Your root is the Queen of Wands. Oh my God. Okay. And oh my God, what's coming is the Page of Cups. I'm laughing because that's like, you have two knights, a page, a king, and a queen. That's, I don't think I've ever worked with so many court cards in one. So for me, court cards are all about people in your lives. So let's just start from the past. The past is Eight of Cups, even though in this card it doesn't seem that way, but it's a card of leaving behind something good and moving into something new. Like leaving behind something that wasn't necessarily very bad for you, but you feeling this need to separate yourself, or not separate, but to leave something behind that is just no longer aligning with you anymore. So I don't know if that is happening to you right now, if you've already done this, because this energy feels like, okay, let's just go. Because when I see the King of Wands as a challenge and the Knight of Wands in your current, so I'm gonna just, and the Queen of Wands as your root. So these are all the wands. We don't have a Page of Wands here. So the Wands energy is fire energy. It's all about passion, creativity. It's very spontaneous, very adventurous energy. Here, the Knight of Wands usually is our charmer, is our like one night stand kind of energy, very fling, passionate, also a spontaneous, like he's gonna get up and do acrobats, you know, very open-minded Sagittarius energy. So either it's you wanting to step into this kind of energy, or it's you with a Sagittarius in your life. But I almost feel like you're, because I saw the King of Wands as your challenge, it's like maybe some of you wanting to go for date younger men or women or whatever it is, or like date some, or be with someone that's completely different than you, like someone who has a different outlook on life. I mean, Gemini Sagittarius energies together is fire and air. So you both mold really well together. And you're also the opposite signs, right? So you can hate each other or love each other. So there's that too. But there's a feeling here, because the King of Wands, when I see it as a challenge, could be your father, could be a male in your life, could be a partner, a boss, someone that's a leader in your life, someone very outgoing, but also, what is the word I'm looking for? Powerful. Was an easy word, but okay, so condescending. I feel like this energy is almost looking down at you. It's like the King of Wands, when they're in reverse, they could be very critical, very nasty. Very demanding, very vicious almost, right? Like vengeful, which is like the Queen of Wands, the same idea. These, when the wands are in reverse, it's like watch out. And that's why I see like this challenge here is some of you are wanting to venture into something completely new, and then you have a King of Wands energy around you, like no, we need to stay, you're gonna stay with me, I'm gonna, like, you can't venture off kind of energy. So it's either like you're at work and your boss is like, no, you're not leaving, I'm gonna hold you down kind of thing. Like, and you're like, no, I need to like travel. Because at the root of it, you're the Queen of Wands. Right? And the Queen of Wands holding the light, the magic in her hands. She has the magic wand, and she's like, yeah, I can do the frick I want to do. And the King of Wands, there's like a battle going on here, people. You could also be parents, like you could be a mother or the father, and you're battling for child custody with the Knight of Wands here. Could be that. Or there could be a relationship and one of you has gone with a younger woman, a man, and there's that battle. I mean, if I look at it like this. Or it could be that you are looking for freedom. You're like looking for change in your life, and the King of Wands like, no, man. It's stopping you from change, from this change. It's stopping you from this adventure in your life. It's making you feel guilty about being on this adventure. It's making you feel guilty about stepping outside. Wow. I never know where these things are going to go. I love it. I always love this energy, these spreads. There's some very intense pushback. Definitely you're getting a big pushback here. Beautiful Geminis. Like King of Wands, fuck. Like you don't want to come up against the King of Swords. And then second one, you don't want to come up against the King of Wands. Because he could be, the King of Swords is like more of a cut and dry kind of energy. The King of Wands is more sneaky. So I just feel like you need to be careful with this. And I know that there's a very interesting energy of you wanting to do something completely different, do something really like crazy, which is kind of, I love that energy. And there's someone holding you back. It could be a father as well, saying, no, you can't do that, like whatever, follow the rules, that's what's happening here. But what's coming is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups could be children. It usually is a younger sign. The Page of Cups is more idealistic and naive and pure and doesn't see things like is not an adult, right? So what's happening is here is like maybe you're like you've been trying to step into this Knight of Wands energy, and this someone's trying to suppress you, and now you're like, okay, I need to breathe. I need to live life freely and with this attitude, like in this very like pure way. I feel like that's what's coming for you, Gemini. You're moving into something completely heart-centered. Maybe some of you are working with younger people. You're going to move into that. Maybe some of you are going to start working with a community of children or teenagers or what have you. Or you have a closer bond coming in with your kids if you're parents. But there's this feeling of you starting fresh from this like a little bit of a tumultuous relationship here, or perhaps even a job that you've like wanted to fly and you've wanted to make a change in, and you wanted maybe to propose something completely different and new within your company, and your King of Wands is like, no, right, we're going to follow my rules. That's that feeling here that's coming. And you had left behind a job maybe, and you moved into this, and you still find yourself in the same position. You had left behind a really good relationship to move into this exciting relationship, but then it's turned out to be like, that is that feeling I'm getting, and now you're back to square one again, and it's time to make the change. It's time to make it's not a bold move, because the Page of Cups is not bold, but it's more tapping into your imagination. Because the future is the Knight of Cups, which is the next step from here. And the Knight of Cups here, the Knight of Cups is a romantic, hot air balloon, right? So then it's like moving into a playful romance, where you're moving away from this dictatorship here. So the Knight of Cups doesn't always have to be about romance. It shows romance in the cards, but it could be just moving into something that you love to do, that you're completely passionate about, that you want to do, that it's something fresh, it's something new. It's like it's almost going back to your inner child and listening in, and your inner child's like, yes, this is where you need to be. This is what your heart will expand. This is where the expansion of your heart will begin. That is what I'm feeling, Gemini, for you. And there could be people coming in to help you through this. Knight of Cups is a Pisces energy. The Page of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the King of Wands is Leo. The Queen of Wands is Aries. The Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. So you have the whole fire sign here. So, like, your fire sign are here to propel you forward, and they're also here to hold you back. So choose the lane of fire that you want to go on and barrel through it, because you're here to start something completely new again. And I like it because the Queen of Wands is an Aries. It's a fire energy, but it's kind of like you. Like the Gemini doesn't really listen to others, right? They kind of do what they want to do. And you're being asked to do that again. And maybe some of you got stuck with this King of Wands energy. You got stuck in a relationship. You got stuck in a work situation, or a project situation, or friend that keeps like making you feel small all the time. Every time you come up with this great idea I want to like be an acrobat, and they're like, what the fuck is that, right? And then they make you feel small, and then you stop doing it, and then you have to restart again, and that's where you are again, which is amazing. To start from a clean slate is what we all want, right? That's where we're at right now. Start from a clean slate, because we're saying goodbye to the old. And that's that Knight of Cups energy, is like start fresh with the love and the desire that's inside your heart that you want to do this. So for me, this is an exciting relationship coming up for you, or an exciting, just a new way of looking at things from the heart. Be childish, be imaginative, be playful, be creative. Like, this King of Wands is a really, like, it's been holding you back for quite a long time, I feel. It's time to move on. Again, the messages I get, it doesn't have to be every single Gemini. So if it doesn't resonate, you go check your rising and your moon, and perhaps that happens. But like, more and more, like I say, just check all the signs sometimes, because you never know. Your advice this week is to get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So get grounded. Get grounded, but not like, for me it's like get grounded, but it's all pink and purple and etheric, right? So get grounded in the sense, like, connect with yourself, connect to your soul, start listening in. What is it the soul telling you? Where is the soul leading you? Go there, kind of thing. And the other one is share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. I mean, do you ever have a problem sharing your voice, Gemini? But share your voice. Speak up. Speak up to Mr. King of Wands or Miss Queen of Wands, whoever it is in your life. Because you are the healer. Like, right? Stop feeling persecuted all the time. Stop living in that old story. Now it's time to move forward. Be the healer that you are. Share your gifts with the world. Go dip in. I mean, past life energy. That's what it is. It's like, go dip into your past life energy. Release yourself from that. And once you do, you release yourself from this King of Wands energy, right? All of these challenges that we have in our life are all these mirrors, are all these lessons that keep coming up. And here it's like, you have something really beautiful waiting for you on the other side. like waiting for you. The Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, is like new energy. And this full moon in Leo that's happening this week, this is it. This is like this new energy coming up. So enjoy it, go for it, stop playing small, and stop allowing this to come in your way of anything. That's the energy of the week. So I hope this resonates. If not, again, check your rising, your moon, your Jupiter, your Venus, whatever you want to check on your birth chart, and like, comment, subscribe. Every comment is going towards a weekly February giveaway. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got exploration. So this card is with these paths and these mountains and the compass. It's clear that you are being asked to get up in your car, get up in a flight, like, well, I can't speak. Go on a trip, like whether there are short trips or long trips, but whatever it is, I feel like you're being asked to step into a new adventure. Why is the feeling I'm getting here is because I feel like some of you are holding on to the old. You're holding on to an old energy. You're holding on to old stories, and they keep you grounded. Instead of your soul is asking you to fly. It's to meet new people, see new sceneries, like and indulge yourself in new foods, kind of thing. Just go out there. Leave your baggage behind, kind of thing, and move into something completely new. And it doesn't mean that you have to move your whole life into something new. It's just like, I feel like you're being asked to open yourself to other cultures, to other, like, I think you've been a bit maybe too grounded. So this is an interesting energy. Let's see what's going on here. This is your advice. We have, in the past, we have the Strength energy, the Leo energy showing up. In the present, we have the Empress, the Mother energy. Look at this, like, wow. These are major arcanas. The Queen of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn or Earth energy. And the Ten of Wands is your future card. Interesting. The Root is the Four of Pentacles. And what's coming is the Chariot, which is you, peoples. I love it. Okay. What an interesting energy. So we have this strength as the past. So this, like, almost this brave, this courageous part of you, this bullheadedness almost, I feel like this. The tiger here is showing up. Usually it's a lion, but tiger is all the same kind of energy of like pushing through something, pushing through some anxieties, perhaps pushing through some of your baggage. And you've been a warrior in this past. I love it. And now your present is the Empress energy, which I find interesting. The Empress energy is a Taurus, Libra, and it's all about you holding your own, kind of thing, being nurturing, a loving, financially stable, like doing what it is that you love to do, doing it with a lot of fervor here. It feels very strong here. It feels very like a lot of passion put into your work or your love life or your life in general. So you've been doing like a great, like really heavy work, heavy lifting on your part. Because I say heavy lifting because your root is the Four of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy, which is money, setting your finances in order, creating like a firm foundation when it comes to your finances, your security, your stability. So you're like working on yourself, Cancer. But your challenge is the Queen of Pentacles, which is almost like an Empress energy. So the Queen of Pentacles to me is, some of you, this could be your mother, your a woman that's in your life that's very strong, could be a boss, could be a grandmother, could be any female industrious, resourceful woman that's in your life that is holding you back from being resourceful, from making these changes in your life, from making you feel strong, feel complete. Interesting. There's money here that could be challenging you on how you spend your money, kind of thing. They're very like Capricorn. That energy is like, well, that could be that, or how you live your life, and they could be very regulated in the way they are, and you're like, yo man, you're for real right now. You've worked so hard on creating the best life that you want, and now you have this someone trying to hold you back, someone trying to keep you in the box instead of you like wanting to get out of it, kind of thing. It's like an Empress is a mother energy as well, so it's like almost like a mother against mother energy, right? So it's almost like you're fighting against yourself, or you're fighting against, not fighting, but you're having to deal with someone very strong around you that is very opinionated, that needs to like stick their nose into your business. And perhaps why the exploration is here is like all these people giving them your opinions, all these people, it could be man or a woman, by the way, it could be whatever it is. It's like trying to veer you off on another path. It's like, it's none of their business, right? Go out there, leave that baggage. For me, this is the baggage that you need to leave behind. Leave that behind. If they're not, I almost feel like you're having to come up against these rules and regulations, and you're like, I can't do this anymore. And the Chariot is what's coming, is you. Chariot is the Cancer card, but Chariot is like getting up on that carriage and going, moving, traveling. It's like, I don't need to hear you talk to me about that. I won't have enough money, and if I go do these things, I can't enjoy my life, and I can't, like, that's that kind of energy around you, that someone's trying to hold you back because they're trying to make you feel bad for what you do with your life, kind of thing. That is with your money, like your money's showing up here, or how you invest, or how you love, and how you're generous, and this is like, yo man, get up and go. Get up and do what you need to do. What is your soul tells you to go on that trip, then go for it. Your soul is telling you to move out of the house, and do it. Your soul is telling you to change your job, change your school, change your whatever, then do it. This is your life. Like, it's nobody else's life, it's yours. And I like that it's the 7 year. It's a 7. We're in the 7 year. It's that remembrance of soul, the realization of who you are. Why are you getting bogged down by this Saturn energy, which is Capricorn, is Saturn, that boundaries, rules, obligations, responsibilities, they're all made up shit. It's all made up just to keep us in the box. And you are being asked to make a change, Cancer. And I'm going to tell you, the future card is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is an energy of an end of a journey, but it feels very heavy because you're carrying on everybody else's burdens. You're carrying on all the weight of the world on your shoulders, and it's going to be a little bit heavy. So you're going to make this change, and it's still going to be heavy for you because that's who you are, Cancer. And this makes so much sense. Is you like, okay, but I still have to appease to these people. I still make them happy. Instead of like, this is the end. I'm moving into something new. I need to move into something new. So you will be thrown into a situation where you will find yourself having the guts to make a move. And then you will find yourself back in the Cancer zone where it will be like, oh, I need to please my mother, my father, my sister, but I need to please my boss. I need to please da. At that moment is this moment that you step into this. You say, okay, why am I doing this? For what reason? For who? For me? Yes. Okay, I'm moving. For other people? No. And it's not telling you to be freaking selfish and whatever, but I don't even know what that word means anymore. Because what is it? We're so programmed to be doing things for everyone else around us. We're always like, well, she's gonna feel bad, and then maybe she's right, and instead of listening inside, we need to listen. That is the biggest message of 2023. So you are going to be in a situation where you find yourself reverting back to your own Cancerian way, but it's time to you to step into this, and to step into this, and to step into this. Be that strong Empress. Ground yourself, but at the same time, get up and move. Be the tiger. Be the lion. Be the lion of the jungle. Be fierce. Be the warrior. It's time. I feel like there's something here saying it's enough with you listening and following the rules. Your advice is boundaries. Hilarious. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I'm just saying, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about boundaries. They like to limit you, to keep you in. So you needing to set boundaries in a sense, like, don't cage me in, people. Love it. And the warrior woman. Love it. Have you answered your deepest calling? Have you, Cancer? Because your deepest calling is calling you to make a change. Go on that trip. Go on the many trips that you want to go on. Like, who cares what other people say around you? Well, can you afford it? Well, I need to go. I need to move. I need to do this. I need to change job. I need to do this. Whatever it is. Go for it. Put the boundaries. You're not allowed to get into here. You're not allowed to come into my space because you're always bringing me down. You're always making me stay in the box, and I don't want to stay in this box because I'm a freaking warrior woman. So use your warrior woman-ness. Cancer, I feel like this is a very interesting message coming through here. It's like, let's get back your confidence. Let's get you strong. Let's get you exploring again. Love it, love it, love it. All right, my beautiful Cancer. If it didn't resonate, again, just go check your rising and your moon. Also, share, like, comment, subscribe. Every week, this week in February, I'm giving away a free tarot reading. All right, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We got compassion with this beautiful Kuan Yin, which is the goddess of love and compassion. I wanted to read a little bit from the excerpt, a little excerpt from the book. Right now, Kuan Yin can assist you in removing karmic obstacles, emotional imbalances, and anything else that is holding you back from receiving love in all its purity. Softening our criticism towards others and understanding differences in opinions and perspectives allows us to communicate more effectively with friends, family, co-workers, and other members of our community. Having an open heart is essential for us to receive and reciprocate love to others. Removing expectations allows us to receive gifts with no limitations and accelerate their delivery. So, I feel this is coming in for you guys because maybe you're being too hard on yourselves, Leo. And maybe you're being too hard on others as well, which is a common trait for Leos, to be very hard on everybody. And this compassion that's coming in is to be, when we are compassionate with ourselves, we are able to make clearer decisions, because we become more the observer than we are when we don't stick ourselves in the middle of things and become like the targets, or like the Leo tends to get in the middle. They're always if there's a fight going on, well, there's a Leo in the middle of it, right? Because she or he is trying to defend somebody or offend somebody, right? So I'm curious to see what this has to do with this week. In your past, we have the 9 of Coins, which is Virgo energy. In the present, we have the Tower card, my beautiful Leos. The challenge is the 9 of Pentacles, which is your past energy. Interesting. Your future is the Emperor. Your root is the Ace of Swords. The future is the Star. You have 2 advice. So right away, when you see these cards before me, you are dealing with money. Everyone has a little bit of money issues. So in the past, you've made money. You've done really well. You've done really well for yourself. And usually Leos do really well for themselves. They're always financially sound. They find their ways around things. Even if they are have no job, whatever, they always find a way, right, to make money or to have money. Right? That's that feeling I'm getting. And kudos to you guys for always being those very resourceful people. But now you are in Tower mode. So it means that you are either without job, or in a job that you don't like, or in a job that is not bringing any return, or you are in a relationship that is not, there's no ROI on that either. There's no it's not reciprocal, or you're struggling with finances, either way, or struggling with your independence, or struggling with comfort. Maybe you're not able to go out to restaurants as much as you wanted to. Maybe you're there's just a feeling here, but the Tower is something chaotic, right? There could be I just feel like not every Leo. Some of you might have lost a job recently, or your business is not going as well as you wanted it to be, and you're being hit hard by the 9 of Pentacles, which is your past energy, which is the comfort, the love of showering gifts to people, the love of socializing and spending a lot of money in restaurants and going doing things on your own terms. And you're not there now, and it's kind of chaotic for you. You're in a place of dependency. Some of you perhaps you have to depend on others for money, or for where you live, or I just feel like there's this loss of independence, but also this you're giving your power away, and it's irking you. You're I can't deal with this right now, because the root of it is that the root is the Ace of Swords. It's clear, clarity in your mind, communication. So you're very good communicators. You're very, and it's I just feel like this is what it is. It's you could see it clear as day what the problem is, and yet you are a little bit clouded by perhaps this external world that is telling you that money is all there is, or socializing and going out and having fun and status, it's all what it's supposed to be. And you're in massive struggle mode right now, Leo, because of that. When, I know it's going to hit not nice to everybody, but there is a moment in our lives, or many times in our lives, where we are hit with like these detours and these delays and these obstacles and these doors that are shut in front of us all the time, because we're supposed to pay attention to the fact that perhaps you are in the wrong job. But I love to do what I do, but perhaps you're in the wrong job because you keep getting cancellations. You keep getting whatever, like it's like a high and low, whatever it is, like, or you keep hating your job when you get home. That kind of thing. Like, there's always this, like, it doesn't have to be only job, but it could also be I don't know, I'm just feeling like there's you've come to a place in your life where you feel dependent on people, dependent on your relationship, dependent on your family, your friends, and it's not who you are. It's the swords. It's not that. It's Aries, it's not Aries. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. A very a loner almost, right? Someone who's really good on their own, who is very logical, very mind, and here you're being bogged down by earth sign, Virgo, or very routine. And the Tower card is the Scorpio energy, is making you go deep into the darkness of your mind. And I find it very interesting here. So it's like almost like you're battling with yourself. I almost feel like, you, of all people, work from your heart, Leo, of all the Aries signs. You're the one that works with the lion inside you. And here it's like you're coming up against this practicality, this routine, this like, this is how you have to do to make money, this kind of like straight line, the straight narrow path, that is this, and this too, this like logical mind, it's clear, everything, mind, I'm just gonna say the mind, physical, but everything is mind here. Like, your mind is coming up against your heart at this moment in time, and you're struggling with it, Leo, because you're allowing the mind, which is, you need to make a lot of money, you need the comfort, you need this, which you don't. We know this, right? You need to be smart, you need to do a lot of research, you need to go look into things, you need to do, put your fill all your mind with information, which you don't. What you need to do is move into your heart, to go back to where you are the most comfortable with. Otherwise, you remain in this tower. You remain in this like whirlwind of power struggle, these kinds of energies, expectations, like we read in the book, like, criticism, self-criticism. Where do you think that comes from? It comes from the mind. It doesn't come from here. You're a little bit in a struggle mode, which is fine, because what's coming is the star energy, and the star energy is asking you to connect with your heart, right? She's holding here her heart to divine source. It's time to get into your intuition. It's time to tap back into that, Leo. You're holding on to an outside a false reality, and it's not working for you, and you're trying, it's just not working for you. Some of you, it is working for you, and kudos to you. But with me, when I see the Tower card in the center, there's a disconnect somewhere for you in this lifetime. in this lifetime, in this now moment. You're having a disconnect when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to money. Everybody seems to be having money problems this week, so maybe that is the realization that we don't need. Ooh, that was weird. I got a whole big blur in front of me. Anyways, all these strange things happening. So the star is asking you to tap into your intuition. It's asking you that your hopes and dreams are right there in front of you. They're going to come true if you allow them to. If you walk away from this need to be attached to money and status. Because the Emperor coming in as the future card, the Emperor is always an interesting one to me, because I always feel like it's like this big institution, big corporation card. But the Emperor is like, look, it's the lions that are screaming, I am the leader, I am the power. You are a lion. There's 3 lions here showing up. So it's like, why are you giving your power away to money? Why are you giving your power away to status? Why are you giving your power to anything? What's your deal? It's like, step into your lioness, step into your warrior lion mode, and it's time to step into your leadership role. And leadership role doesn't have to be like, we have this really weird connotation with leadership. When you think leadership, what do you think? You think of all these elitists, you think of all these money, big cars, big houses, big blah blah blah. But that's not leadership in this new now. Leadership is trusting your soul, moving into the awareness, becoming the observer, letting go of mind traps, letting go of all what you think is real, and just listening and doing as, like, really, I think it's this, going back here, that everything is rolling out. Everything is rolling out for us, by the way, and we're just ignoring it, and we're following down these paths of falsity, and we keep following those paths, and we keep attaching ourselves to that, and we end up always in that same freaking boat. You know, money comes to you, you make a lot of money, and then all of a sudden you lost it, and you're like, why? Because you're not supposed to make that money. Or maybe you are, you know, like, it's just like, the thing is, if we hold on to this notion that we need it, it won't last. If you let it go and be that emperor, the emperor doesn't, the emperor trusts himself. It's an Aries energy. It's again your brother energy. It's like your Aries, Leo, Sag. It's a fire sign. The emperor sits on his throne and he trusts that whatever he's put into place is going to work. Right? You have put something into place. You've put a plan into place as soon as you entered into this lifetime, but you haven't trusted it. You've gone along with the matrix and you've played in the games, and you don't trust yourself. So the emperor's like, let's go. It's time to trust, or you stay in this. And Leo, of all people, you do not want to stay in that. You have so much life to give to others, so much verve, and we need that energy. We need Leo in this like lifetime here, because you are so over the top that we love you for that, right? You're so dramatic that you can bring in this heart drama into the world. Would be great. Bring in the drama of love. Anyways, your advice is Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. I'm actually going to read this one because I'm not sure. I've never really received that one before. Sisterhood of the Rose. Why don't they do things in alphabetical order? Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. Walking the path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You're being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too, which is being Leo. I love that energy, yes. Be the rose. But also the Sisterhood of the Rose is like this priestess is coming together, which is you. You are the mystic, you are the priestess, you are the Ascended Master, you are everything. Now it's just stepping into that realization that we are already it. We don't need to attain anything more. We don't have to go and work extra hard for anything. It's all already set. You're already doing it. Now you have to start believing it. So your second piece of advice is, oh my God, I didn't realize this. Maybe I did. You're already doing it. Wow, man. I love it, Sabrina. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. You're already there. And a Leo, if I could tell you that you're already there, you'd be like, yo, I'm already there. Yes, you are. You're already the freaking lion. You're already the emperor. You're everything. So if you believe in that, you won't have to worry about this money. You won't have to worry about where you're living. You won't have to worry about this. You'll just flow. All right. I hope this message got to you it like hit home to you a little bit or not. And if it didn't, you go check your rising and your moon. But it's like a message coming through for a lot of us. It's like we're needing to step outside of this box that we live in. And that's it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm doing February giveaways every week. Leave a comment and I'll pick from there. I love you guys. Be strong, Leos, and be compassionate towards yourself, towards others. Love yourself. Keep loving yourself. I should just say, I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got lightning. So amazing. Whenever I thought lightning, I thought of Thor, but I think he's thunder. So lightning is Isis right here. Lightning is this, what is it when lightning comes crashing down? It's something, it's change coming in. This is what that feeling is. There's like a new beginning starting for you. It's time to put away that old shit that you've been holding on to, Virgo, which you love to do so much. That old life, that old routine. Like, it's time for change. It's time to meet new people. It's time to socialize. It's time to go out there. It's not time to cocoon. I know it's February in the Northern Hemisphere. It ain't funny. Right now it's like minus 48 out there. I know. And then but it's time for a change of scenery. There's a message in the book, actually. It's really beautiful. It says that you are you're going to meet new people at a soul level are coming into you. So that's really beautiful. So that's why it's like time to be open. It's time to take action. It's not time to sit on your laurels. If you have an idea, you have to go for it. If you feel like you need to make a change in a relationship, you do it. If you know what I'm saying, it's time. I love it. Very fast energy. Let's see what this energy is coming in. The Page of Swords in your past position. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Page of Swords is again this new energy of starting something fresh, starting something new. I love it. It's been your past energy, so maybe you've already started even a Judgment. The big eye. Aha moment. Your challenge. What is the High Priestess? Somebody's not listening to their intuition. Four of Wands. We love the Four of Wands. Love this. Your root is the Ten of Wands. Heavy energy here. And what's coming is the Tower. I love it. Okay. I mean, this kind of looks like the Tower card, right? Lightning. So what's going on here? Some of you with the Page of Swords have started already something fresh in your life. Maybe you started a little business on the side. Maybe you started a relationship. Maybe you started a new project on the side, or not on the side, right? Something that you're putting your attention into. but it's been very creative, very mind-opening. See with her? Like very new for you. You've put a lot of thought into it. You've put a lot of it's more thought than work at this point. Like you've conceptualized it very well. Because I see the root is the 10 of Wands, which is like, it's heavy work actually, but you've put a lot of burden. You've like questioned yourself. You've like, is it right what I'm doing? Should I or shouldn't I do this? This is that feeling I'm getting from this. That you've like, you have this idea in your mind that you want to do something, and yet the 10 of Wands is like, are you sure? Like you're questioning yourself. Stop questioning yourself. Because the Judgment is that final step before the end of the Fool's journey, the world. The Judgment is that aha moment. That you're like, all this thought I've put into it, all this overthinking I put into it, it's like, this is it. This is what I need to do. It's always been there. This is the lightning bolt that has shown up in your face. This is the third eye showing up here and saying, yes, hello. It's always been in front of your eyes. It's always been there, but you've never looked at it. Hence the High Priestess. It's your challenge. It's your intuition. It's your knowing. And you're not listening. Some of you are not listening even now. Some of you are, everything is rolling out really well in front of you. Maybe your project is like starting to take flight. Maybe your new relationship is working. Maybe you moved into a new home. Maybe you've like, whatever it is, like, maybe this new spiritual path is making more sense to you. And everything is working. The Judgment shows me that yes, wherever you are right now, Virgo, it's exactly where you need to be. But you're not listening. You're still fucking questioning yourself. Excuse my language. You're still overthinking, overwhelming yourself with like bogging yourself down by, what if I do this and I don't make enough money like I used to make? What if I move and it doesn't work out? What if he doesn't love me? What if she doesn't love me? What if, like, what? Boom. And it's all in the cards saying, yes, you're in the right place. The lightning is like, yes, take action. Let's go for it. But you're like too busy in your freaking heads, Virgo. And I'm going to tell you right now, because of this like turmoil that you have put yourself in, you are coming up against this. What's coming is the Tower card, and Tower card is something going to blow your mind. Something's going to blow everyone else's mind. It's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable around you. It's going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to put you in a situation where you are not feeling stable, but it's exactly where you need to be, is what I'm saying here. Is what I'm seeing. It's like you've spent so many years or hours or weeks or months thinking about this, coming up with this plan, coming up with this like idea, and it's the spirit, your soul is like, yeah, this is where you need to be. You've like toiled over this for the longest time, and yet you're not trusting. You're not trusting yourself. And in that distrust, you will find yourself here. Even if you do trust yourself, you're still going to find yourself here. Because we all have to go through the dark to get to the light, right? We all have to go through, we have to like, we all have to excavate deep down into our soul, into our bodies, and release all that shit that's inside of us to get in through this. I love the Tower card. I don't know, everyone, all these tarot readers like, oh, I hate the Tower card. It's like, this is the best card ever. This is exactly where we've been for the past 5-10 years, right? We've all been here because once 2012 hit and it was the end of the world and we all ascended to the future, and now we're living it out again. We're feeling this. We're all like clearing. And this is what you're doing right now. And you're needing to accept where you are right now, because it's exactly where you need to be. Because the future is saying that. The Four of Wands is success. It's accomplishment. It's happiness. It's like marriage. It's fait accompli. Like your mission accomplished. Everything is coming to Four of Wands is foundation. Four. Wands is like new. Passion. Desire. It's like a new beginning happening for you, but a solid one. So my Virgos, what I see here is that whatever you stop thinking, clear out the mind. I know it's so hard for you, man, but clear it out and start trusting. You of all people, don't trust yourselves and find yourselves in these positions where the lightning has to strike you and you have to get from it, so to see you're where you need to be. Even if like you're in a job that right now, let's say you're making loads of money, a 6-figure salary, and then it's pushing you towards a business that's not going to bring in that much. It's not important. You go with your heart, because that will come. If you're in a relationship where you still have doubts and whatever, ask your heart, what is it saying? Stay, then you stay. Go, then you go. It's like it's time for action. It's time to make sudden movements, but heart-centered movements. Third eye, heart, third eye, same thing. It's time to listen in. Listen to the eye. The eye, listen. You are where you need to be, and I love it, because the Four of Wands is like saying exactly that. So some of you might get married, some of you might find a healthy relationship, some of you might step into the business of your dreams, find the project that's going to bring in you the fame that you want, or whatever it is. Things are looking up for you, Virgo. You put in the hard work, you put in the mind. Now it's time to clear the mind and trust. So your advice is inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Go within. That's the inner temple to me. It's the heart. Go within to your heart. Start listening to that. Start asking questions to it. Clear the clutter that's happening in that mind of yours and listen. You know what to do. And answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? I mean, basically, that's what it is, right? What is your soul calling you to do? Isn't it time to start listening to that? Because it's right there in front of you, my beautiful Virgos. That's your message of the week, which is a gorgeous one. I wish you the best, because I wish you to listen. Also, I just feel like we don't listen enough. And we don't need to be hit by lightning to listen to it. So just start listening and watch the flow happen. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, like, comment, share, subscribe. With every comment, you'll be entered into a February weekly giveaway. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got retreat. So this is very clear what this is. A lot of you are needing to take a step back from technology, from the world, from life, and maybe head into a cabin or go away for a week, or just relax. This is what I feel here is coming through, is that some of you are finding yourself in a situation, a relationship, a work, whatever it is, and it's no longer aligning with you anymore, and you're at this moment in time where it's like time to step back and actually be the observer and say, okay, why am I still here? What is it that I need to do? I feel there's this a moment of solitude for you, of quiet. You need to be still, maybe to reassess a little bit your life because you're too harried. There's too much going around in your life. You need to take the time. And there's a message that came through that is like, stop giving yourself to everybody. Stop giving your energy to everyone around you because they need you, because no, you don't. You're allowed to say no. Because even when your energy is low and you say yes, you're not really giving anything, right? You're giving 5% of you. So this is a good message to take time for yourself. So your advice, your past position is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Ace of Swords is like clear communication, clarity. Like, let me see, because I want to see what's coming here. The Knight of Swords is your present. This is a Gemini energy. Your future is the Three of Cups. We like to see this. Socializing. Your root is the Magician. Your what's coming is Six of Swords. So I just want to, your challenge is the Knight of Swords. Okay. I just want to say here that every single energy here, every single card is a swords card, which you are a swords, except for your future is a water sign. So it's very interesting that Libra, Gemini, Libra. Did I say Libra? It's Aquarius. I meant Aquarius. Oh my God. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Get this right. All right. So what I see here, the fact that I see these two Knights of Swords, by the way, are here as a present and a challenge for you. And the Ace of Swords as your past. So your Ace of Swords energy is you being that person, right? Being that person that has, being the communicator, being that person that talks openly with people, shares what they need to say, like brings in everyone together, becomes the mediator for everybody, like is very honest, truthful, speaks, expresses themselves. This is what you have always been, which is great. You are the person. Libra is the relationships, the 7th house. It's the relationships. It's like you care about balance. You care about being fair, right? That's what your job is all the time, right? So you might be in jobs like that. You might be in places where you're the one that they come to for the ear. You listen. You are the one, right? The one that talks the most, or the one that listens. It's just that feeling of you having, like, being, like, stepping into your truth kind of thing. But here, like, if you look at her, she's almost like like overwhelmed by it, overwhelmed by her mind. Maybe there's too much going on in her mind, right? And then this Knight of Swords shows up, which is the bravest knight of the knights, right? The Knight of Swords is that energy that he's very strategic, very mindful. Not really. No, he's not mindful. His mind is full of strategies and plans and stuff like that, but he's also very impulsive. If the king gives him an order, he's going to run into the war and he's going to just do what he needs to do. Very, like, it's funny because he's a Gemini and they're overthinkers. But this knight to me feels like someone who just trusts himself, okay? Which is really nice energy to have. But he's also the challenge. So you're in a place right now where, like, the Knight of Swords wants to go, but no, it's not as quickly as you want it to go. So there's a part of you that knows, with this Ace of Swords here, knows where you are, knows what you need to do, knows that this relationship is not great, knows that this job is not the best, or knows that this job could be better if you applied yourself in this way. Knows that you can, your relationship with your family is not right, or is right, like whatever. It doesn't have to be always negative, right? So there's this feeling that you know where you need to be. And this inner Knight of Swords is like, yes, come on, let's fire it up. Be truthful with yourself with that sword, and let's go. What are we waiting for? Why are we holding on to this past energy? Why are we holding on to this old story? Why are we holding on to this? It's not working, so let's go. But your challenge is that fast energy that wants to go, 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 and you're like, it's like, no, no, no. Oh my God, it's so interesting. You're holding yourself back because the Knight of Swords doesn't follow the rules. And you're wanting to follow the rules a little bit, Libra, is what I'm seeing here. You're going against your grain. And it's very uncomfortable for you. The Magician is the root of this. The Magician speaks of like you have it all in your hands. It's right there. What's holding you back? Why are you holding yourself back? Like it's almost like you're denying the magic that's within you. You're denying the manifestation capabilities that you have. It's like you know where to go. You know what to do. You know how to react. You know how to like choose the next path. And a little part of you is afraid. Very afraid. Is like holding back. And you're having like a tug of war with yourself. Hence why you need to fucking retreat. Because you're so much in your mind right now. You're like, no, I need to go, I need to stay, I need to go and stay, I need to, what if I leave, then what are people going to think, and what are going to, like, this energy, wow, man, it's really heavy to me. Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting your knowledge, your wisdom inside you. You know what to do, Libra, and you're holding back because of perhaps other people's opinions, and perhaps because I'm going to ruin their lives, or because you're not going to ruin anyone's life. It's like, as the Magician, you have the capacity to create your reality, but so do those other people that you think you're going to ruin their lives, or you're going to whatever, and they're counting on you, and blah, blah, blah. But they all have the capacity to be the Magician. So it's a choice you need to make. Because what's coming for you is the Six of Swords. Which is, she's on the boat and she's leaving. She's being led by the crows. The crows are her wisdom. The crows are her knowing, inner knowing. The crows are spirit. She's allowing spirit to take over and take her to the next level, take him to the next level. You're being guided to that path that you keep avoiding, you keep holding back on, you keep burying inside you, because you're going to be seen as the bad one, or you're going to be seen as the whatever, or the crazy one, or whatever. I feel like you're being called to tame the mind, but also to listen to it, but in a non-egoic way. The ego will love you to stay in the box, but you can work with your mind and with your heart and your mind together. That's like the Aquarius, the Six of Swords is like stepping outside of the box. You're needing to make a move, Leo. Leo, why do you call it Leo? Libra. Maybe there's Leo in your life. It's been a long time coming to me, but the Swords energy is week's energy. It's like not Cups energy is months energy as far as like timing. The Swords is weeks. It's even days energy. Swords is like days, weeks, yeah. Oh, and the Wands is weeks, months. Oh yeah. So Swords is days, weeks is Wands, months is the Cups, and years is the Pentacles energy. Anyways, I have to figure that out. So I'm just saying the fact that it's here, like, is saying that it needs to be done quickly. And obviously you're not going to listen to, okay, I'm going to do this, but I really want you to step into your heart, and I really want you to start listening what it is. When you're at that retreat, when you're taking that time off, you don't take the whole week, you could take a few days, you take one day off, but really feel like this message is coming through that you need to take this week off, this day off, whatever it is off, because you need to go in and listen clearly, Ace of Swords, to the magic that's inside you, that's waiting to come out. Because this Knight of Swords energy is a no delay, and this is a delay, right? This is showing delay because you're warring with yourself. It's time to go. Because the future card is the Three of Cups, which is, if you see that, it's like socializing. It's like networking, coming together with friends and family, celebrating something. I just feel like maybe some of you are stuck in a situation where you're not able to do that, or maybe you're doing it but in a very forced manner. Maybe you are, like, I just feel like this is more a coming together. Three of Cups is coming together with your friends, with people that you're aligned with, people who don't judge you, people who are like, let you be you and be free. Three of Cups is a Cancer energy, so it's that feeling of home, the family, friends. So there still is that. It's just that there's a part of you that needs to be out of a situation very clearly as day, that you are knowing very well, because you know very well that you need to leave this situation, or you need to end something, or you need to complete something, or you need to walk away, or you need to, that's that energy. And you're holding yourself back, and you're not using the magician that you are to find a way out, to be resourceful. So that's interesting. And your advice is awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, and deep replenishing. Like, hello? Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Oh my God. So this is like some of you maybe on this spiritual journey, and you're awakening to your true authentic self, and it's scary for people around you because they're like, who are you and what are you thinking, and but it's if it's here, it's happening, you're being upgraded energetically. It's the time, it's your time. It's a time to embrace it. And if you need to take some time to rest, go to the spa, do whatever it is, do it. And not just this week. Every single week we should go for massages, we should go for salt baths, we should do whatever it is that is replenishing, that's regenerating ourselves, because our bodies are changing, our physical, our emotional, everything is changing inside you. The upgrades are continual. And there's this feeling around you that, like, it doesn't only have to be people on spiritual path, but there's this feeling around you that is changing within you, Libra, and you're almost holding it back. So it's time to make this change and to rejoice in this change, because it's all being set up for you, by the way. So this is a really wake-up call for some of you. Also, maybe it's not even a wake-up call because you've known this for the longest time. It's time to step into your wisdom, your heart, listen, and the outcome to me is really beautiful, because it's like just rejoicing in who you are. So retreat, rest, spa, love yourself. Do it. I love you so much, Libra. check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also leave a comment below, and I'll enter you in a February giveaway. So please take care of yourself. You got this. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. So my beautiful Scorpions, I love you so, but you got communication in reverse. In reverse, people. So what does that mean? Communication is what? Is speaking, expressing yourself. And here it's like miscommunication. You trying to talk to someone, they not understanding you, or they talking to you, you not understanding them. So you like taking things personally, perhaps, afraid to express yourself to certain people because you don't feel like they're gonna accept what you have to say. There's all this like stifled freedom. You see that this butterfly, it feels like it's like stuck inside your throat almost, this butterfly. Or you're making it out to be like in your it's like a mind thing to me, like, even though communication is throat chakra here, but I feel like you're like making assumptions perhaps for how people are going to react to you, towards you, or you to them. I just feel like there's a little disconnect here with you and other people. And perhaps you've gone into an argument with your family, your friends, or maybe at work or at school or wherever, whatever the situation is. There's like, I feel like people are not really understanding you and you're not really understanding them maybe. And it's possible because we're all on different frequencies at this moment in time, because everyone's like, some people talk to me, I'm like, yo, what are you saying? Like, right? So there could be that happening as well. But I just feel like you're holding back when you should be expressing. That's the feeling I'm getting with this card. So let's see what we have. You have an advice card. Did you hear that noise? That's what I've been hearing all night. That's like the wood that is expanding because of the freaking cold weather out there. Anyways, in your past, we have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands are these new beginnings, this feeling of fresh new starts. So some of you started a new job, started a new path, started a new relationship, started a new way of looking at things. So it feels very like bright to me. I love it. It's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay. And the present is the Eight of Swords, which is Gemini energy. It's crazy, man. All right. Your challenge is the Emperor, Aries energy. Interesting. Your future is the Five of Wands. Your root is the Ten of Cups. And your what's to come is the Lovers. Interesting. Okay. I love your readings. Anyways, this is the best. So, Ace of Wands is your past, which you've just gone through. And it's like this beautiful energy, inspiring energy that has shown up. Passionate energy. And now we find ourselves in the Eight of Swords energy, where you're feeling trapped. You're feeling lots of thoughts going on around you. You're you're very overwhelmed. You're not trusting yourself. You're back into like a mode, because the challenge is the Emperor. It could be a father energy. It could be a man in your life energy, whether it's a husband, a partner, a friend, a family member, like that brother, whatever, a boss, government. It could be something like that energy here, where you've come into conflict with this person. Miscommunication, hence this is why that's showing up. You feel trapped. You feel like they're controlling you. You feel like you had started something fresh and now they're coming down on you, and almost because that at the root of it is the Ten of Cups, which is harmony and happiness, also very connected to source. The Ten of Cups is this energy of you feeling balance and harmonious with the whole, with everybody in your life. So, which I find it very interesting. So Scorpio, you've come from this, you've worked so hard in the past few years that I've been together with you, and you found yourselves in the past few weeks like feeling grounded and feeling I mean, it's not grounded, these energies, but they're feeling very hopeful and exciting to me. But now you find yourself here because you're at odds with somebody in your life. This is a somebody, it's not a thing. This is a somebody that is just maybe not even happy that you're happy, right? That is that feeling I'm getting. Somebody in your life that is consciously, to me, the Emperor is very conscious, not a subconscious thing, consciously holding you back, making fun of you, giving you a hard time, like not allowing you to express yourself freely. It's like this Emperor is taking your power away. Eight of Swords, taking your power away from you. They're making you sit in this like pool of anxiety. And I'm not going to blame the Emperor either, by the way. We cannot blame these challenges in our mind, in our life, because the challenge is there for a reason. It's because you're not trusting this beautiful energy that has shown up in your life. And I feel like that's what has happened here, is that you questioned. You're like, oh my God, why has everything happened so good in my life? And then the Emperor had to come in and say, yo, you deserve to be in this shitty place. Or you like, and you're like, again, face to face with like your mirror. Your mirror. So wow, you know what, Scorpio, you guys are going through a little bit of a dark night of the soul, perhaps, or you're going through like some old memories are coming up, and like I talked about in my intro, like a lot of us are being held back with old stories that are coming online all the time or showing up, and like making us live in the old story. And you're like working so hard to move into a new story, but you're like, the Emperor wants to keep you in the old. Am I like, I think that's what it is. I really feel like that's what it is. I don't know, this Emperor to me feels like it's a person, but it could be like social media holding you down, like the rules, the obligations holding you back and keeping you in a place where you have found comfort in, but it's not comfortable anymore for you. You're like, I think I like the new energy. You know, it's like a Scorpio, you're so used to like living in the darkness all the time, and this light energy, or the dark, because the dark could be light too, but whatever that energy, that new energy that you have moved into, you're liking it. And now it's like the Emperor's come in with like, it's almost karmic lessons coming in, saying, are you sure you like it? And you're like, oh no, I don't know. Do I like this new job? Do I like this? You know, it's like your old ways are coming up for you to dissolve them and move into more a loving way towards yourself and to others. Your loving, it's like learning how to speak to yourself, communicate with yourself in a more loving manner, and doing it the same to others. Speaking from your heart instead of speaking from your mind. The Lovers is Gemini. It's still a mind card, but it's a choice card as well. choice to go back to balance and harmony, and challenging yourself with this challenge, right? This Emperor, and saying, you know what, you can bring me back down into my little hole, but I'm not gonna play in it anymore. That's that feeling I'm getting here with this Emperor. I feel like they're here for a reason. So pay attention to all that, and that Emperor energy in your life, whether, like I said, it's a father, a partner, a friend, someone more authoritative, I guess, in your life, that's trying to keep you imprisoned in your own mind. Right? It's a lesson. It's a lesson. Because what's coming is a Lovers, which is the choice card. It's also love, but it's also could be a lover coming into your life. Could be a new relationship showing up. Could be a new sense of loving yourself, a new sense of partnership with friends or family members. So that could be an interesting energy that's showing up, because the future energy is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands speaks of struggle. Like, you know, they're playing pickup sticks here or whatever. They're like fighting, dueling each other. There's this feeling of Five is change. Wands is passion, drive. The Five of Wands is like, what does it mean to have a passionate change? You know, a change in your life, a passionate encounter with someone that is like as riled up as you, kind of thing. This feels to me that there's, you will be challenged this week again, Scorpio, but for a good reason. Like, you all, maybe you're not allowing love to come into your life. Maybe you're closing love. Maybe, and you're almost challenging yourself to a duel, right? Kind of thing. It's like, how else can this come in if I don't allow it to come in? If I'm always stuck in my mind, it's time to open yourself up. It's time to express yourself with this communication. It's time to allow this lover or this partner or this friend to come in. You will probably have like a war of words, or a war of maybe you don't see eye to eye with each other, but what's wrong with that, right? We're not here to be the same as other people. So there could be that feeling coming in, but you could also be still being challenged by this Emperor energy till the end of the week. Sometimes it's good to be challenged all the time, right? Because it's like you having to face up to your mirror, and you having to face up to these lessons. And I kind of like the Ace of Wands showed up at the beginning, where you were on this beautiful path, and now these Five Wands are showing up, right? So perhaps these are 5 interesting beginnings starting for you. That means you have to close down some past and start something new, right? We don't always have to look at things very literally with these cards. It's like maybe you're having to start looking at things differently in your life. You know, go more heart-centered and less mind. I don't know. Like I really, I don't know. For most signs, I would be scared of. I'm scared of you with Scorpio, that you have to go into that prison again and unchain yourself, kind of thing. Because the Lovers to me could be also like duality, right? It's that twin flame energy, that gender, that man female energy, that you stepping in, like becoming that powerful one whole, you embracing your masculine or feminine energy, whatever you are, and becoming more one with yourself. And before that, you need to go up against the Emperor, the divine masculine energy. Isn't it interesting because the divine masculine to me is in the middle of rising right now in 2023, but they're still going through a little bit of uncertainty in their lives because they're not sure how to be anymore. So that is coming up in the whole thing. But as far as you, I just feel like you're stop fighting with yourself, Scorpio. Just stop fighting with others and with yourself, and stop worrying so much. The potential to be happy is yours, but you're holding on to that comfortable, encaged feeling. It's time to release yourself from that. Love is on its way, whether it's a person, whether it's your self-love, but that's coming your way, and you're going to battle it. I see it. You're gonna freaking battle that, man. So stop doing that. I love this freaking energy. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a crazy reading, like you are. So, what's the advice? Oh, we have 3 cards. Interesting. You need 3 cards. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Unbind yourself, please, because that's what's happening here. I feel like you are binding yourself. You're keeping yourself in this hole, even though all this happiness is here around you. All this, like, you were on this great road, and you kind of stopped yourself because you allowed this father or partner or friend energy to come down and, like, stop you from moving forward, stop you from getting into that relationship. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you kind of nudged and allowed this person to do that. You're like, no, I haven't. I said, yeah, you kind of have a little bit. Like, subconsciously, you've allowed it to happen because you're so comfortable in your battle, right? Oh my God! Look at this card, Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Who is triggering you? Who is triggering you? Like, is it the Emperor or is it you? Are you triggering you? I mean, it comes in the form of an Emperor, perhaps. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. So protect yourself, unbind yourself. I mean, these are very clear cards. And look at the mirrors and the triggers around you. This is a very interesting energy here for me, Scorpio. It's just like a little bit all over the place. I know, but I just feel like it's you fighting with yourself. You're not used to being happy. You used to always being in the middle of some drama. You always being in the middle of self-pity or victimhood. You always feeling in the middle of the darkness, and then you're being challenged. And love is coming your way, or love for self is coming your way, and still you feel challenged. So pay attention to that this week. And when you feel like challenged in that way, express yourself to that person, that Emperor, or express yourself to yourself. You're in for some mirror work. That's exciting. There's some protect yourself from others that are like too strong around you. You don't need to be taking other people's shit. Let's get back to this wand energy of starting fresh and starting new and loving yourself 100% over and over again. That is the message of the week. I hope this made sense to you. Very complex. I would have to take apart every single card. We could do that in a private reading, but not now. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Check your rising, your moon for other messages. Also like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm giving away readings every week in February. So I love you so much. You got this. start loving yourself. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We got manifestation. I mean, this is the Magician card, which is the #1 card in the tarot, which is new beginning, which is manifestations are real. They can be yours. It's about you looking at the magic that's inside you, that's outside of you, that's everywhere. I mean, this is a beautiful card. So it's like putting your intentions out there and letting them come true. This is, for me, feels like people, some of you who are starting a business, it's a yes, it's a go, it's like a relationship, whatever it is. It's like you stepping outside of this illusion and creating your own freaking reality, and it's amazing. I love it. It's a resourceful you, beautiful. So we have advice. We have a 3 of Swords in reverse, which is great. And your past energy, the 3 of Swords, as you know, is like grief, heartbreak, pain, sorrow. In reverse, it means you are releasing that from you. So that means that you've gone through a little bit of a hard time, and now that's slowly dissipating from you. Which is kind of beautiful energy. Your current energy is the King of Cups energy. Love. Your challenge is the Moon. Your future is a 10 of Cups. Beautiful. The root is the Page of Pentacles. And what's coming is the King of Swords. Let's look at these cards here. So we're coming from, some of you have had a hard time. You've broken up with a partner, a family member. There's been some heavy lifting for your heart in this past few weeks, months, whatever. But you're releasing it. It's like you're coming to terms with it. You're realizing that it's no longer needs to weigh heavily on your heart anymore. But you come into the current position, which is the King of Cups, which is the Scorpio energy. This, by the way, is a 3 of Swords, Libra. This Scorpio energy, right, is very deep, dark, the King of Cups is a loving energy, is moving into your spirituality, it's moving into, maybe you're meeting a King of Scorpio, maybe that's in your life right now, supportive, encouraging, helping you move on to this next path of yours. The King of Cups could also be you, tapping into your spirituality, tapping into a more expansive energy around you. But as with every reading, there is a challenge, and the challenge is the Moon card. The Moon is a Pisces energy, another water energy. The Moon is this feeling of drowning in your story, this secrets. The Moon is all about secrets, things that you're hiding from other people. Are you hiding how you feel about, because with this King of Cups showing up here, are you hiding your emotions? Are you hiding how you truly feel about somebody in your life? Because the King of Cups would be someone very expressive and open and about his feelings, like very like a blank canvas. But the Moon is the Pisces energy. They're more guarded in that sense, very intuitive, very spiritual, but they're also very they also play in the fear a little bit, like the what ifs. What if I divulge myself? Will this person step on all over me kind of energy? So that's where you're at right now. You're questioning your spirituality, perhaps. You're perhaps this person that's in your life is also not very open to you in that sense, not very intuitive. Maybe you're questioning your intuitiveness. You're feeling a bit overwhelmed. maybe there's too many emotions with the Scorpio Pisces energy, right? Here you are having to release yourself from some heartbreak that has just happened, and now you're diving into something else that's a lot, it's emotional once again. And it's very interesting because the Page of Pentacles shows up at the root of it, and to me it feels like it's a work thing or a financial thing. So some of you may have had a heartbreak at work, that maybe you are no longer aligned with your colleagues or your business partner, or you were no longer aligned. Like it's like there's a kind of a break there. Maybe you quit your job, you lost your job, and it's like you're trying to be as open and loving, and you're trying to embody compassion, but there's something around you that's not making you feel great. You're feeling like you've been duped, maybe. I just feel like there's like a secret here. For you guys, I feel like there is a secret here that is haunting you almost. Maybe you have a secret, or someone else lied to you and you're holding on to that. Like you're in a place where you've released yourself from this heartbreak. You've released yourself from this angst, this stress that you've been carrying, and it could be because of work. It could be because of a new opportunity. You launch yourself into a new path or whatever it is, and then you're at this current stage of your life where you're willing to give it all. You're giving your heart to somebody or to this opportunity. And yet there's this feeling of someone around you that might not be truthful with you, or you are not being truthful to yourself about this relationship, about this opportunity, about whatever it is. There's something interesting here happening. Like, what are you hiding from? Why aren't you able to speak freely about how you feel to somebody? Why are you allowing money to get in the way of this, or your job, or work, school? I don't know what it is. It could be one of these things, but there's something here that I almost feel like you feel bad about this. You feel like you duped somebody, or you've been duped. It's so interesting. Because what's coming is the King of Swords, which is an Aquarius energy, but the King of Swords energy is that let's get real energy. Could also be a legal matter, a judge, a lawyer, a doctor, or whatever, that has to interesting, a psychologist maybe that you talk to, or someone that you need to clarify things in your mind with. Or it's like someone in your life that the King of Swords is this cutthroat person who just if you lied or cheated, then it's fucking time to own up to it. And if you were, then it's time to talk to that person about it, kind of thing. It's like time to air things out. What are we holding on to here, Sagittarius? Here you have this beautiful manifestation energy coming up, that you can create whatever you want to do. You're like on top of the freaking world, and you're coming off some really heavy energy. You're moving into this beautiful expansive energy, and yet there's something around you that's holding you back. And it could be about money, and it could be about business, and it could be about work. But whatever it is, the King of Swords is saying, get your shit together. That's what I feel that this is coming in. It's like, get your shit together. Like, there's such great, you have like love all around you. You have an amazing person, a partner, friend, whatever in your life. Like, clear the cobwebs in your friendship, in your love life, in your life. Like, do away with all these secrets. Like, that's that energy. Because your future energy is the Ten of Cups, which is a Pisces energy, by the way, too. But the Ten of Cups is like happiness. It's finding purpose in the whole, finding purpose in your home, in your family, but also in your intuition, and you're finding yourself at that place of completion, of love, of expansion, of intuition. Like she's like rooted here. Like a tree, she's rooted, and she has all the cups around her. Like, she's not moving anywhere. She feels really content as where she is. And she's at the 10 of Cups, which is a new beginning in love, and a new beginning in her emotions, right? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. Yet you're holding on to something that happened with money, or happened with a business, or what happened with that. Stop holding on to that, and maybe divulge the secrets, divulge everything to whoever you need to divulge to, because it's kind of holding you back from this beautiful manifestation that's coming up for you. It's time to get real with the King of Swords, because like everything is going to turn out like a bed of roses for you, but we need you to clear this out of your system. Interesting. And your advice is the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So it's like you're at the threshold, Sagittarius. You need to clear this out of your system. You need to clear all of this heavier energies that are holding you, like heavy emotions, like sadness or overwhelm or grief. Like you've done you thought you did your job in the past, and yet it's showing up again. And it's like manifesting itself in maybe a King of Cups that's showing up in your life. It's being your mirror and saying, hey, but you're the one who like fucked me up in this job and this work and this thing, and now we need to work through this together. Hey, you're the one who took my money away from me, kind of thing. That is what's showing up. Maybe the King of Swords is like your mirror right now, and he or she is showing you all the ugly emotions, and they're all coming up, and the King of Swords is like, yes, deal with them, don't suppress them, bring them up. If you have to talk to a psychologist, if you have to talk to a tarot card reader, if you have to talk to somebody, talk to someone to get clarity on it. Because the Ten of Cups is saying things are going to look rosy at the other end of this. But you're needing to, in order to cross the threshold, you're needing to go through the darkness, right? Get it all clear inside you. And the magician is waiting for you on the other side of the threshold, saying, yo, you have it all. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But we all need to clear. So you're not alone, Sagittarius. We all need to clear this density that's within us and stop suppressing it. Stop saying, no. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It exists. And if you have something to say to someone, say it to them. The moon energy, man, it's exactly this. It's like the Pisces. They sit and sit and sit with their emotions. They let it drown, they drown, and then they come out and they create a freaking tsunami. But it's time to start expressing yourself, Saggy. Because greatness is coming, a 10 of Cups. It's a really beautiful reading. I'm sticking to this reading right now. All right. All right, this is your reading for the week. Beautiful Saggies. So be the magician, express yourself, release these emotions that are inside you, these secrets that you have or someone else has. Just let it go. Accept that secrets that come to you, someone's telling them that their secrets, and listen to them and don't judge them. Just release them all from your bodies and your minds. So are you ready to go into the rite of passage. It's up to you, because the Ten of Cups is here. I love you. I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'm giving a reading every week in February for love. So leave a comment below and I will pick from there. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We got personal power in reverse. So, it's so interesting because I read what it said in the book, and it actually feels like what they're saying in the book is a reversal. So I want to read to you some passages in this. I'll show it to you. This. Emotions are powerful and can cause us to feel alone, overwhelmed, and anxious if we haven't had the opportunity to express our situation or experience. A symbol of polarity, of positive and negative, the Siberian tiger asks us to address our personal power issues. Right now, the tiger asks you to relinquish your victimhood and take responsibility for your own thoughts and feelings. Embrace your hardships with love and acceptance. Use them as a source for personal motivation. Take responsibility for your own actions and the part you have played in your current circumstances. By doing so, you will begin to reclaim your personal power. So I thought that was interesting because to me, like this, in a reverse, it means that your spirit guides, your soul is telling you, why are you playing small, Capricorn? Why do you continuously give your power away to others in your life? Be it your boss, be it your colleagues, be it your family, your friends, whoever. That is what this is. You are not holding on. You're not realizing the power that you are. You're choosing to give it away by acting like a victim and by self-pitying. And like I said in Instagram and Facebook, it's not I know that could be a trigger for me to say victim and self-pity. We're all there. Oh, not only you, Capricorn. We all have been programmed to be victims. And that is what we're working through right now. And for you right now, Capricorn, I feel like they're asking you to, you give your power, you don't give yourself credit for who you are and what you can give to others around you. Because you're too busy like working, you're too busy working up the ladder, doing this like for status, for this, you're looking for validation all the time, you're always looking for this and that, instead of just stopping and being and trusting. So let's see what is going on with you. You got 3 advice cards like Scorpio. It was just so interesting because them too, they came in reverse. So you have messages coming. Beautiful. We started off with the Magician. I love it. As your past. In your present, we have the Death card. Beautiful. Challenge. And in the future, we have the Star. I mean, I can't tell you this. The 3 cards are major arcana cards. They're the major life lessons card of the Fool's Journey. You're the only one so far that has gotten this. Your challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. Very interesting. Money is your challenge. The root is the 7 of Cups. The what's coming is the King of Cups. So let's look at this energy here. Because to start with, we have the Magician in your past. The Magician is the resourceful one, the powerful one, the one with the wand, the one that is manipulating, that is manifesting his own dreams. It's creating his reality. So there was a point in these past few weeks and months where you felt powerful like this Siberian tiger. You felt the personal power. You felt like you were getting on. Your job was looking good to you. Your school, your family, everything seemed to be being like put into place for you. From your own hands, by the way, Capricorn, because there's no one else that does this for you except for you. And then you're in this place of change with death. This is like a vulture, okay, in the dark, but it's this you're ready for change, right? You're ready to make a move. You're ready to step into this higher role. You're ready to step into this other role in your family, to make this move. Like you've been working at it with this Magician card into this death, but the Ace of Pentacles shows up. So Ace of Pentacles, financial opportunity, is a new investment, is new promotion, it's raise, but in reverse as your challenge card, it's either a delay in finances coming your way, or not a good time to invest in something for you. It's not a good time to change your job. It's not a good time for you to do something financially. Or it could also be there is a delay for you, right? There's a delay in money, and I just said that already. Or let me think here, because you're ready for change, and the Ace of Pentacles is like, okay, don't do it now. I get it. There's also this feeling of fear of money. Like you're fearing, like you feel like you don't have enough money. You feel like you're always, well, I need to work at it extra hard. I need, like, you know, this attachment to money with this Ace of Pentacles in challenge position. Like, stop attaching. I know it's really hard to say that to a Capricorn. Stop attaching yourself to money, but it's like the truth. Let's see, because at the root of things is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is this daydreaming. It's just like a lot of opportunities coming for you, a lot of choices, and hence maybe why things were opening up for you. A lot of you had in the past, or in your life, you've been always given opportunities. You've always been given open paths, and that hence the Magician energy here is saying, yeah, and with these you started to create your own life, right? You started, well, I got this huge big house with my partner and have these beautiful children, or I'm whatever. You could be single and you're just doing things for yourself. Like, you see, like, these are singing bowls, but they look like little homes, right? So I feel like a lot of you have always thought about, like, I've always had plans for your future. Interesting. And the Death card is showing that there is going to be a change to that. You're in a phase of transformation, my beautiful Capricorn, and to a lot of you, you might feel like that is disempowering to you, because right now the blockages or the delays that are coming when it comes to finances here with the Ace of Pentacles, you're taking it personally. You're saying, oh my God, I didn't get this promotion because I'm really bad at my job. I didn't get this raise, or I didn't do this, or I'm not getting this title, or I'm not, or you know, I didn't get this house that I put a bid on the market, and it's like, no, you didn't. But now it's time to look at things differently, and that's where this Siberian tiger is coming in. It's like, why are you taking things to heart? Why are you playing victim to this situation? Stop. Look at it as a blessing. You haven't been given this promotion, it's a blessing. And you don't understand it right now, Capricorn. I know you're like, nah, you're bitching at me right now, but because you're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be in another job. Or you didn't get the house because you're not supposed to live there. Even if it's your dream home is somewhere else. Maybe your dream home is across the street. Maybe your dream home is in another country. This is what I'm asking you here, to really look at these cards in this way. Because for me, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is coming at you, and you are going to get a little bit of a something that might make you feel the fear inside you because the money didn't come your way, or your investment turned out badly. And instead of seeing it as a bad thing, even if you lost $50,000. I know for you it's like, wow, it's a lot of money, Sabrina, and it is fucking a lot of money. But if you can really go in and trust that it was the right thing, because maybe that 50,000 that you lost, you'll get 150,000 in 5 months from now from something else, because that was the right time for you to get it, and not, it wasn't the right time for you now. And this is me being spiritual about this whole reading, and I will continue to be spiritual about all the readings, because I feel like that is where we need to be. I cannot talk to you in these linear words anymore, because then it's going against me, and I'm the reader. So like, I really feel like you need to start to step into this knowing inside you, this wisdom inside you that knows that there's a far bigger plan for you, Capricorn, and everyone else that's here, even if you're here, Capricorn rising, or whoever's here, because change is coming and change is here. And the star card speaks of that, the future. It's like you're connecting to source. All your hopes and dreams are coming true, can come true for you, if you can only accept this delay and not see it as a bad thing, and see this bad investment as a good thing. That's where the mindset change happens in your brain. And that's when the mind doesn't have control over you anymore. And that's where you're like, oh, okay, I lost this job. Great. I mean, not great. Let's say at the beginning you're like, oh, fuck, I lost this job. But then you're like, okay, so what's next? What do you have in store for me? Let's do this. And you cannot believe when you step into that, how fast things manifest for you. Because if you step into that wisdom or that soul level, knowing that you are provided for and taken care of, forget about the job that you had, because you're going to move into something like far more rewarding. That's the mindset that we're going in. So that's what I feel like. I'm giving you this little heads up here, because I feel like there's something coming that will maybe make you ponder why you are here and what happened and why this happened to you. So change it up is what I'm trying to tell you. Because what's coming is the King of Cups energy, which is a loving, heart expansive energy. It could be someone in your life that is going to help you through this, support you, empower you. It could be a man, it could be a woman with masculine energies. Whatever it is, there's someone coming in that's going to walk you through this and help you through this change that's coming for you. And listen, don't take everything to heart here. If it's like, it doesn't have to be like, it could be a little small change that happens in your life. But usually when it comes to money, it's usually, it could be that you lost your wallet, or you lost $5 on the street, right? So like, don't worry. Don't take, like, what this is for you. And know that there's loving energies around you, supporting you at every step of the way, but also physically. There's someone around you that's going to help you through this. Because the star card to me is your hopes and dreams coming true, but it's also like you stepping into your knowing of who you are. Like, you're the star. You started as a magician and you end up as a star. It's like you're at number 1 and you end up at 17. It's like really beautiful to me. It's like 17. It's like such a powerful number. I don't know why I see it all the time, but 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. It's power. I mean, if I just take the 13 plus the 1 is 14. 31 is 4. 4, babies. It's like foundation is you. And if I add the 1, it's a 5. So it's change, right? I can go on. And if I add the 7, it's a 12. And it's 3. It's harmony and cooperation. So things are looking up for you, Capricorn. But you are going to be challenged. So sorry. You're going to be challenged with something financial this week or in the next few weeks. That will, but don't let it get you down, is what I'm telling you. Please don't. Because you have help all around you. You have the power to change. You have the power to change it up in your mind, and also to welcome in what is supposed to happen. So let's see all these freaking advice cards that you have. So the first one is break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. That's exactly like this. It's like break that chain of always following the routine of life, and always like if I lost a job and you have to go into depression, you have to take pills, you have to like you don't have to do that, but you do that because we follow the program. Instead of doing that, instead of breaking the chain, is like, oh, I lost my job, oh my god, I'm sad for 5 minutes, but oh my god, what is waiting for me next? Or I lost my I broke up with my husband or my wife, whatever, or my partner. Oh, this really sucks, but is there something waiting for me? Like that is that mindset change that can completely transform your life. The next one is leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. This is the Fool card. It's time to take the risk. It's time to accept the changes that are coming, accept the delays that come towards you, and don't play small. Go for it. Go for whatever it is that is urging you to go. If like you've lost your job, or you've like got demoted, or whatever it is, and you feel this need to call a headhunter and go for it, then do it. What are you waiting for? Stop attaching. Go. I just feel like some of you need to hear this, because the next one is yes. Just say yes. Right? So you're in school right now, you're doing a course, you don't really like it so much, and your parents don't give you the money to do the next course, and you're like, and you're like, okay, well maybe this is the sign, right? That I need to go somewhere else. So they're like, hey, you don't have the money for it, but there's this free course that's available for you that is da-da-da-da. And then you say, yes, let me do that. You understand? That's what I'm trying to like put around here. It's like sometimes things come to us which we don't realize, and we don't really, we're not open to it because it's not part of our program. So it comes and it's like, just say freaking yes and go for it. What do you have to lose? Go for it. Break the chain. Wow, this was an amazing reading. I love this reading. Things are like, I know that you're like, excuse me, I'm gonna lose my job. But the Star card is so promising to me. It just feels like you're elevating. I feel like something is coming. Like the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and as a challenge is like, some of you have been too focused on something that you're not paying attention, and you need to be like given a little message, because this is what's coming for you. I end it here. I love you, Capricorn. If you want a personal reading, you know what to do. Check your rising and your moon if you want other messages, because if this didn't resonate at all, then go ahead and do that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you comment, I will enter you into a love giveaway reading every week this February. I love you so much, Capricorn. Don't hate the messenger. Things are going to turn around for you, though. It's really beautiful. I really like this energy. But anyways, I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got intuition. I mean, it couldn't come to a better sign. So the intuition card is coming to you because, why is it coming to you is the question. Why do you think you're getting the intuition card? Ask yourself that. Is it because you're listening to your intuition and you're powering up? Or is it because you're not listening to it and you're powering down, right? So me, it's coming here because I feel like some of you are much more elevated than you believe that you are, and you're too busy watching videos and looking at social media and whatever, and looking at other people for help and guidance when you have it in you. I feel like some of you have like have these impulses and urges to do something, and you hold back. You're like, no, I can't do this yet because, what if. And intuition is just, when you follow intuition, is there's no rhyme or reason. Doesn't make sense. Sometimes, most of the time, doesn't make sense. Your intuition is like telling you across the street, and you're like, excuse me, no, and you don't, right? But maybe if you cross the street, you would have met the love of your life, but you lost it, right? So that is the thing. This is your intuition. So you have advice here. We have the Six of Wands in the past energy, which is the beautiful energy of accomplishment and success. Six of Wands is this like warrior, I made it, I've done it. So there's some of you that have felt accomplished, are feeling accomplished. You've like reached some goals, you've attained something. Blue topaz, so that speaks of communication. Some of you are expressing yourselves. Let's see. In the current, we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. Interesting. The future is the Three of Coins. Challenge is Temperance, which is Sagittarius. The root is the Six of Cups. And what's coming is the Ace of Cups. So love is coming your way. What is going on here, Aquarius? So we have this beautiful, strong energy coming in, a Leo energy, spontaneous perhaps. Some of you like have gotten a promotion, or some gotten a raise, or maybe some of you have like stepped into more knowing. It's a very accomplished card. But now you find yourselves in the Chariot, which is again a success card, but also a card of moving, traveling, changing your job, changing your vocation, changing what you're doing. Perhaps you're needing to listen to your intuition, but you're not. Like you're needing to move, you're needing to travel, and you haven't listened. You know what I'm saying? There's that feeling here that it's interesting, because the it's like some of you have gotten that raise, gotten that promotion, changed your school, got that boyfriend, the girlfriend, whatever, and you feel like, okay, that's enough. Aquarius, right? And the current is like, no man, you don't just stop there. There's so much more coming for you. Like, what are we doing? We're not stopping here. You came back, and or whatever, you came back, and you like just stopping and doing whatever like you're just happy with what you have. No, like that's even beyond your sign, by the way. And it's funny because the root of it is Six of Cups. So this is like childhood friends, like a childhood, like a nostalgic thing. That's the reason why you're stopping. There's something from your youth, your past, that was very happy, was very good, and it's keeping you a bit stuck there in the past. I feel like you were happy, like you were very, like there was a lot of bliss, there was a lot of joy in that place and that time that you were thinking about here, that you felt accomplished, or you felt yeah, there's something you're holding on to, Aquarius. It's interesting because your challenge is a Temperance, which is Sagittarius. There could be someone in your life as Sagittarius that's holding you back from moving forward, but it also could be Sagittarius is, as a challenge, is you not being unbalanced when it comes to emotions. What an interesting thing here, Aquarius. So here you're holding on to a past relationship, a past like a friend, like a past friendship, a past that you've felt really good in, but now the energy is like, no, we can't hold on to this anymore. and you're perplexed by it with the Temperance card. You're like, yeah, but it was really good. Like I had a really good friendship with him or her, a really good, my family is really important. Like everything, like anything of your past that is very present now in your life, you're almost holding on to it for dear life, which is not you, but you are doing that. And the Chariot is like, no, I'm sorry, but it's time to move. It's time to get out of here. It's time to move into the next phase of your life. The fact that you're unbalanced is fine. We need you unbalanced at this moment in time. We need you to start to see things like this. You're not listening. You're holding on to a what was situation that made you happy, and we're happy that it made you happy, but now it's time to move on, right? Because happiness is all in the mind anyways. It's not really from your heart, right? It's time to move. It's time to make it's time to make a drastic move almost. And you may have a Sagittarius in your way, you may not, but it also could be like you have you're questioning your mastery, you're questioning your elevation, you're questioning your intuition here. And it's like, what are you doing? No. Because what's coming is the Ace of Cups, which is a new, maybe you're holding on to an old love, an old flame of yours that you're keeping your hopes up for. But there's something new coming in for you. There's new love of self, new love of new passion coming in. You maybe children coming in for you. But whatever this is, this new coming in, you're holding everything back because of an old relationship, an old job, like it's something you're holding on to that is like you've attached to in a nostalgic way. Well, it's always worked for me. We have such a great, like that kind of energy, and you're being pushed into a new way of loving yourself, a new way of loving other people, and that's good, right? Because we hold on to these old ways and it doesn't get us anywhere. And we don't listen to our intuition, because you can't listen to your intuition if you're listening to an old way. That doesn't work, because your intuition would never lead you back to the old. It would always lead you into something new, because it's now. And this is what's happening for you, Aquarius. You have like this newness coming towards you. And it could be a new way of loving yourself or loving other people, a new relationship. But there's this beautiful energy here. And you're stuck in an old way of loving others, this old way of working, an old way of being in relationships, being in friendships, and it's time to make this big change. That's what's happening. This is what I see here for you, because your future is the Three of Coins, and the Three of Coins is like a beautiful peacock here, but it's a coming together, working with others in a new way, collaborating, harmonizing your energies with other people in new ways. It doesn't have to be an old way. This is I never thought that the Aquarius would get this, but I guess you do. And we all fall into this trap where you hold on to the old. And this is how I used to go into relationship, and this is how I love people, and this is how I do things, and this is how I record my songs, and this is how I write, and this is how but that's old. It doesn't matter how you did it yesterday, it was old. Now it's time to move into something new. And this new is wanting to come in real quick and real fast. Are you ready for it? Because it's coming in. And it's coming in with people. Yeah, there's people helping you with this. So you're not alone again. The energy is very quick to me because of the Chariot. Even though you can't really tell that it's a quick energy, but it's a camel, right? Not very quick, but to me it's very quick. I feel like it's coming in. I mean, he's like, his legs are in the air, right? So he must be trying to move fast. So Ace of Cups energy is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Not quick energy either. It's like months energy, but still at the same time it's a long time coming kind of energy. So your advice is, Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Step into your high priestess energy, which is exactly this, people in the house. It's your intuition. Step into your, like, start leading by this. Stop leading by this, or because this is what was. This is your past. This is your old. This will bring up how you feel about him, or how you feel about her, and how you feel about this job, and how you feel about this, and how you feel about the family. This is going to bring it up. This never brings it up. This doesn't even bring it up. This leads you into the next. This says, okay, yo, it's time. Let's go. Right? That's what that is. This is the High Priestess. And your other message is Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Oh. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yes, they do. And so do we. Because we are your like brothers and sisters. And we stand by you. And you just need to reach out to us. You just need to, don't have to reach out physically to us. You just need to reach out to the whole, and we'll come back with answers, and help, and encouragement, and empowerment. So, Aquarius, for some freaking reason, you're stuck in the past. It's time to move forward into the new. We're counting on you. All right. This is your message. I kind of love it. It was 111 when I just said that. 1111. Anyways, I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Share, like, comment, subscribe. In February, I'm giving away 1 question readings for the month of February. Love readings. All right, I love you, and hone in that intuition, people. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. We got Tree of Life. So I want to read from the book because I think it has a very good explanation in the book what this is. Let's begin. The breath of life is all around us. Self-sustaining, the universal tree of life provides a gateway to connect us to the knowledge of self. You are deeply connected to the universe and the world around you. When you respond to the actions and reactions of the earth and its people, you ultimately decide how you will grow and thrive. Living in the present will provide you with more time. Your presence is all that is required right now. You are strong and resilient. Hold your space. Where are your roots? Plant and keep your feet firmly on the ground now. Any sudden change may cause instability in your personal life. Dig your roots deep into the earth to create a firm foundation that you can build from. Are you relying too much on the support of others to help you grow? You have the answers within you to determine your direction of growth, but you must be willing to face your inner self and core beliefs. With solid nurturing and time, you will begin to see results. Family matters are of concern now. Be open to solutions to achieve the outcome you desire. Be careful with decision making. Compromising too much over an issue will leave you feeling powerless. Like a branch on a tree, growth will occur in an area that supports the core structure, or it will break and drop in order to maintain the overall strength of the tree itself. Patience is key. I just felt like it was very important to read that because this is a really powerful card to me. The tree of life is basically what connects heaven and earth, right? Which is basically the here and now. So the tree of life is the representation of who we are. So I'm going to put this here, and we're going to look at what's going on with your life. In your past, we have the Hierophant card, which is a Taurus energy. The Hierophant card is also that teacher within you, the wisdom, like it's the Bishop card. You know, it's the one who is the wise one, the one who has learned a lot in his life, has learned a lot of lessons in their lives. And here they are. Your current is the Page of Coins, which is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Again, this is a learning card. So interesting, something you're learning. The future is the Lovers. Interesting. Your challenge is the Hierophant. How interesting. Okay. Your root is the Nine of Swords. And the what's to come is the Ten of Swords. And we have advice. So what we have here is, I'm going to close my curtains because it's minus 45 out there and I feel a draft. 1 second. So the fact that we have Hierophant showing up as your past and your challenge, there could very well be a Taurus in your life. It could be like a power struggle as well. The Hierophant is this learned soul, is this bishop, traditional kind of energy that you could be coming up against. You could be coming up against traditions within your family, because it's all about family, with the Tree of Life, with your religion, with your whatever ideologies, your belief systems. This could be that as well. You could be coming up against that. It's something you've learned in your past, and now you're being challenged by it because of current knowledge of something. Current, like, maybe you're opening yourself up to a new way of looking at things, new spirituality, new the Page of Coins is usually a new way of researching, organizing, but here it feels to me like school. It feels to me like opening yourself up to new experiences, but being obstructed maybe by traditional ways of thinking, like old school way of thinking, being like, and you're like, that's not the way I want to go anymore. I'm learning how to do something different, and here you are bringing back always the old. Again, if this is a person, this could be you having an altercation with a Taurus in your life. There could be, definitely the Taurus is showing up here as your past. Maybe it's your partner or friend or whatever it is, and they're showing up as an obstacle for you going forward, because you're wanting to make a change in your life. You want to make to see things differently. And here we have your root is the Nine of Swords, where it's pain and anxiety and stress. So what is happening here? You're coming from, perhaps, let's just say this is Taurus energy. You're coming from a very painful past with a Taurus, and you're being challenged by that Taurus because you are trying to move into something different in your life. But if it's not a Taurus, and this is like the change that you're trying to make. You're trying to expand because of the Page of Coins. Because these two make me feel like you were very set in your ways about certain things in your life, whether it's marriage, whether it's work, whether it's, like I said, politics, religion, your ideologies. You're set in your ways of how you did things, and now you're coming up against yourself, basically. Like, almost you're like, but that's not really how I feel anymore. I don't want to stay in the box. I don't want to like follow the rules. I want to do something completely different, because it was making me feel like this. By me sticking with this Taurus, by me sticking in this box, has made me feel anxious and stressed this whole time. I'm not able to be myself in this. Yeah, I almost feel like you've been following structures your whole life. You've been following the norms of life, and it's just, and now all of a sudden it's like it's not working for you. You're not finding any relief. You're not finding any joy, or not finding any satisfaction from this anymore, and you're ready to open yourself up to a new way of working, a new way of loving, a new way of doing. And this Hierophant, this Taurus energy, is like, no man, you can't make these changes. No, you can't do this yet. No. Like, it's kind of that energy of like, no, I'm not ready yet. Interesting, because what's coming is a Ten of Swords. So you're almost going through, there's a really the big change happening here for you. I almost feel like you're breaking some branches off this tree right now, because you're going against the norm. You're fighting against the ideals of life. You're rebelling against your past decisions almost. You're like, I'm done with how I used to do things. When the way I used to do things is not working for me anymore, and I need to change. And it's always made me feel lesser than. It always made me feel like anxious. And what's coming will be, again, dealing with this anxiety and dealing with this stress, but facing up to it and realizing that it's something that you need to go through, something that you need to break off, something you need to break away from. Like it's an ordeal that's coming in for you. Like, you're going through the motions, Pisces, which I kind of like. Finally, I was a bit like worrisome when I saw these cards, but now I like it. It's like you're ready to grow anew. I really feel with this Hierophant and as a challenge. It's like you're done with the status quo. Like, it doesn't work for you anymore. You cannot follow these lines anymore. You're stepping into your true Pisces nature, which is open-minded, spiritually evolved, like seeing things differently, not always seeing things so straight. And you're putting in the work, though. You're putting in the work to do this. You're putting in the effort. You're looking into ways of expanding, whether it's your business, whether it's your love life, your relationships, your friends, or whatever, the religion. Maybe you're seeing beyond. Maybe it's like, or other belief systems that you have. You're stepping outside of it, becoming the observer, and it's stepping away from this kind of energy, this victim, self-pity, this like, oh, it's me. It's like, oh, why are you doing this to me kind of thing. You're learning to step away from that. You're still going through a little bit of it. There's still a lot of clearing happening for you. It's not going to be like, okay, I'm done, like I'm moving forward. You're needing to release people from your life. You're needing to talk to people in your life. There's a communication here, swords energy. Like, you're needing to express yourself. But change is here for you, because what the future card is the Lovers. So the Lovers, we could take it literally. It's like a new lover is coming into your life, but Lovers is also about finding commonality with people, finding kinship with others that are aligned with you. Of this, like, it's a duality too. It's like two, but it's finding that, like here they look like they're blending together, right? They're meeting of the minds coming together. It's also a choice card, the Lovers. So it could be like you making a choice to step away from this energy, step away from this this stifling energy that's keeping you stuck in this relationship or in this job or in whatever this is, because it's not working for you anymore, Pisces. You're seeing things differently. Your perspective is changing. The leaves are blooming again, right? The flowers are budding. You're starting to see the connection between heaven and earth, that we are heaven and earth, right? We are heaven and hell, kind of. We are all of it, kind of thing. Or it could be literal, that you're like leaving a Taurus and you're meeting someone new, you know, which is a Gemini, by the way, but it doesn't have to be. Like in the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and the 9 and 10 of Swords are Geminis. So there's just Geminis all around you. Gemini and Pisces, I'm not sure that's the greatest like mix-up match, but then again, who knows, right? It's like air and water, what does that make? Hurricanes. So like it could be very exciting, I guess, in bed, who knows. But there's this feeling of, it doesn't have to be literally these signs here. There's just a feeling of you stepping away from a structured way of living to a Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, like a new way of looking at business, a new way of communicating, just a new way of seeing life. I like this energy. It's freeing to me, Pisces. And the Lovers feels like it's time to love yourself. It's time to love other people differently, to put love in your job again, put love in, like that's that feeling that's coming up here. But it's not without work, because the 9 and 10 of Swords, these are heavy energies that you have to work through, and you're going to go through them because you want to do it now. Like you're tired of staying within the box. It's not working for you. I like this. And your advice is amazing. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And they are. We're upgrading our DNA. There's an activation happening every single second. Like you could feel it. And there's, for me too, I feel like there is change for you. You are in this process of releasing yourself from the old ways of doing things. And your next one is the crumbling. I like. What are you clinging on to? This is like a Tower card. What are you holding on to? Stop holding on to this old structure. It's not working. Stop holding on to the decayed trunk, right? Let's move into something new. Stop holding on to those branches if you need to cut them off so they can reflower again, you know, kind of thing. It's like you're holding on a little bit because you feel bad, maybe, or that's the way you know, and you're holding on. But this current energy of like student, I love it. It's like, no, it's time. It's time that I freshen it up again a bit, you know. It's time for change. And it's time for the Tower card to make it all crumble because I'm ready for the next step. It's awesome cards. Really nice cards. I just feel like you are in the process of great change in your family, in your work, in your life. And Pisces, you hold on, if anyone. There's a lot of other people in the signs that hold on, but you hold on a lot to the old because it's comfortable, but it's time for change, and you know it, and you're feeling it, and you're doing it. So kudos to you. Work through it. The energies are not going to be light. They will be heavy, but you got this. You're not alone. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Every comment goes towards a chance to win a free love reading every week in February. Happy full moon.